Welcome to the Was It Good Though podcast. We'll be bringing raw and unfiltered energy for each movie and TV show that we will be reviewing. Just think of it as turning your movie group chat into a podcast. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jazz.
I am Jason. And man, per usual, I got some house rules I want to run through with you. So let's get started. One, we will be spoiling this review. So if you haven't seen it, you haven't watched it, please stop, go check it out, and then come listen to this review. Number two, please like, share, subscribe. Let your friends know, let your church members know, let your family know what we are doing over here at the Was It Good Though podcast. Number three, have fun. We just kicking shit, having fun with my friends. That's what we do. And last but not least, this is not a kid-friendly podcast. So if you're watching with your kids, that's something on you that has nothing to do with us. Let's get to this review. Where was you gonna meet him at, Chris?
Oh, you found
I was going to clarify. So I was going to clarify since we're being technical, virtually meet is what I meant. But you know what I meant.
Yeah, he was being cordial. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
Attack him.
That's exactly what I meant. Like, this is what I meant.
Attack him.
Yeah, because you came in attacking Chris for being a nice person.
Yeah, I'm just saying what's up. Talk about had y'all meet. Nigga, you know what I mean.
Right.
Jason, fight back. Fight back, Jason.
Don't fight
back.
We're not doing it.
He knew he was in the wrong. He knew he was in the wrong.
So we're gonna start from the top. We're gonna allow everybody to introduce themselves.
We gotta introduce the show, Jason.
I know. I'm letting them know. I'm letting them know before we get started. Come on, I got it, man. All right. So Sean is back. All right. So we're gonna do the introductions. Let everybody introduce themselves, where they come from, and we'll get into this.
And I also want to say, since it get chaotic, there is a mute all button. If it get too wild, to where we will mute every last one of y'all. We learned from the last
Harbor.
one.
Never mind. I'm not even a participant. I'm about to say stop.
There you go.
They situation. They trying to say what they gotta say, but never mind.
Nah,
I'm not in the group this time.
If they got 2 minutes, they ain't got 2 minutes, then they ain't good enough.
Yeah, exactly.
John.
First of all, son, it's on.
But what's good, people?
First of all, clap it up for them being on time.
All right. Well, what was that? What was that show? Pardon the interruption. We're gonna start with Sean first. Muted. All right. So, what's good, people? This is the Was It Good Though podcast about movies and TV shows. But this week we have our second panel. Jazz, how are you feeling, ma'am?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited. Got some fresh faces and some fresh arguments.
Got some fresh faces. A lot of people everybody we worked with before at some point. And this is a 90s topic. We know how Kendra and Harvey feel about me when we get to talking about the 90s. So I'm not talking about it today. So I'm gonna go in the order that I have it on my computer, allow people to introduce themselves. First, we'll start with Miss Crystal.
Oh, of course I'm first. Hey everybody, I'm Crystal. What else y'all want me to say?
Whatever you might want to put out there or talk about.
It's me, Crystal.
And we have Mr. Harvey from the Men of the Prize podcast.
Hey, so Harvey is my name. I am the co-host of one podcast called Love is Black. That podcast I do with my wife, Carice. It's a relationship podcast. We talk about just Black love. We put it in a positive light because we don't see it that way.
Amen.
We are 5 seasons deep. This season is a little bit different because we're writing the great Black love story. So this season, each of us is writing a chapter. So Carice is writing, my wife, she writes a part, I write my part. It's hard writing a book though. So we try to be consistent week to week, but these kids trying to eat every day. Like every day they expect food. And I'm trying to write a book. No, I need breakfast. So it becomes difficult to write the book. I also am the host of Men Are the Prize, the podcast. It is an open space for men to be open, vulnerable, emotional. I bring men on and we talk. about anything, about whatever it takes. We Black men, we don't do that. And it is detrimental to our psyches, to our mental health, to everything. So I wanted to create a space for men to just say whatever it is. And when other men hear and see that, it becomes more commonplace for them, and then they'll do it. I knew it was something I needed when I was younger, so I wanted to create something for men in general. So that's what I do. Besides that, I am 49 and a stay-at-home dad of 1, 2, 3, 4 kids, 3 daughters, 1 son. And I'm
was
also
the son the last one?
Nope, he was the first. I have a 20-year-old son, a daughter who's going to turn 18 on Sunday, a 14-year-old daughter, and a 9-year-old daughter. So needless to say, I'm tired and I'm busy. That's if there's anything else. Other than that, I am also part of the I Did Not Make These Rankings podcast network that I am a part of with Kendra and DeAndre, and we do stuff like this weekly. But I'm here to break some hearts. It's not good to debate with me. You're going to find out soon enough. Let's go.
Well, we appreciate you, Harv. And we got my guy, DeAndre. How you feeling, sir?
How the fuck am I supposed to go after that?
I know, I was hoping I wasn't me.
That's all I can say. I was hoping it wasn't me.
That's how we
out here uplifting Black love and Black men in general. I'm like, please don't let me go next, please.
Now say the name of your show.
Right. Then they took us to church and shit. And I put what the hell? Anyway, so listen, my name is DeAndre Robinson. I am, like you said, part of the I Did Not Make These Rankings podcast network. I have a show called Mass Debaters, MASS Debaters, where we actually do debates like this, but on a different level with the drafts and brackets, tournaments. So, yes, I have. I mean, damn, I'm not put my fucking biography. I do got 2 kids. I do got 2 kids myself. No, sorry, I have 3 kids. Actually, a stepson who's 9 and 2 kids under 2, which sucks, by the way. It's horrible. I do not tell y'all. Listen, y'all should not do it at all. I'm just laying that down. Love my daughter. Love my son. That sucks monkey balls to do those, so don't do it at all.
That's Trojan commercial effort, right?
It really is. You're damn right.
Oh my god!
All right, 2 under 2 is the worst. So there you go. But I was here last time doing Temptations versus 5 Heartbeats. I'm the only person in my team that got a win for some reason. And,
whoa, DeAndre, you still sound a little bitter.
I am better. You're damn right. You're damn right. I got 2 wins. The rest of my team got losses. Like it was horrible. So I'm looking for my team to do this again. I'm looking for a win. All right. All right. There you go. And I'm
done. And we have the other member of their group. We have Miss Kendra. How are you?
I'm good. I'm Kendra, host of Crushgasm, the podcast where my guests come through and they talk about a crush they've had in their life, whether real or like animated, like from a Disney movie or an anime. Please don't come on and do any more anime. But yeah, Crushgasm. I'm just a mom to a dog. That's about it. No kids.
And they require a lot too.
Yes, but that's it. Thank you for having me.
We appreciate you. And we have our guy Chris back again. How you feeling, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. What's up, everybody? My name is Chris. I write a little bit about movies, about sports. Originally from North Carolina, living down here in Orlando. No kids, no pets. I'm just here, just me. So yeah, hope everyone's having a good night. Nice to meet the people that I haven't met. Harvey, nice to get acquainted with you. Kendra, I don't think that we've gotten acquainted, but nice to meet. Let me not say meet before Jason correct me. But yeah, it's nice to meet y'all.
We are in the building. And we got Rumi. She's back again. How are you feeling today?
I'm good. I am doing well. Thank you for having me. I'm Rumi. I was Jasmine's roomie, in case anyone has missed that in the multiple times I've been on the show. But thanks for having me back. I feel excited about this because this time I'm not debating, even though my team did take home the W last time. Just gonna put that out there. So yeah, but I am here to judge fairly and I want to hear these arguments. I'm hoping they're good and they're solid and everybody has a backing. And please don't bring up a TV show or a movie that wasn't in the 90s, because that's what we're talking about. And I will fact check you. So.
And I just want to ask, she's a real-time lawyer. So yeah.
Yes, I am, but we didn't have to throw that part out there. I'm just saying,
I mean, good arguments.
I'll be looking. This is true. I will be looking for solid arguments. So I hope you put your game face on.
And now we got to go to the tribal chief, John himself. Sir, how are you?
Listen, bro, I'm blessed and highly favored. Feel me? Yes, my name is John, aka the tribal chief in the movie group, as Jazz know, because I am the king of free 99.
Yes. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother. You welcome. Yeah, man. I'm 38. Well, just turned 38 this year. Married with 5 boys. They all come from my wife. I ain't got time for the baby mama drama. I've been with my wife 16 years, married for 11.
Amen.
That's my dog. That's my baby. That's my ride or die. I have 2 podcasts. It's a wrestling podcast called Let Me Talk to You. And another one is a movie podcast called Let Me Watch with You. Other than that, what else can I say about myself? Yeah, man, no last debate, I was late. Even though I came in late, if I would have came in on time, trust me, the young dude, we would have won. Trust me, that's why they put me and Sean together. Because they know Sean thought he had somebody, Sean for to get cooked. So Sean, you might as well just get ready to acknowledge him tonight, my brother. Let's go.
Well, Sean, that was your introduction. That was your Stone Cold busted glass. You running down to the ring to get on John's ass. You got to unmute yourself because I muted you to prove a point that we will be using that motherfucking feature today. If you get saying too much, unmute yourself and talk. You got to unmute yourself before you start talking. There you go.
Finally. Oh man, the people's champ in here, baby. The people's champ. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm Sean. LLBR Sean. Live Life Be Royal. I just came back with my podcast, and pretty much the podcast talks about it's 2 sides of it. It's either gonna be me when I use my personal experiences to, lack for better words, give a sermon for people to help. You know what I'm saying? There's no matter if I mental health, this, that, and the third. Use myself as an example because who else to use besides myself? The other side, I bring on guests like I brought y'all on, and we talk about different things that's serious, but we gonna crack some jokes with it too. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all was on, we were talking about scaring the hoes and how to hold your friends accountable for doing so. So, that we talk about, I guess since everybody going down their bio, I'm 36. I'm separated on the way to being divorced. I got 1 kid that I know of. They didn't tell me, so it's not my fault. And I'm an auto entertainer. I host events. I work hard. I take care of my daughter, and that's just what life is about for me.
So we appreciate you, sir. Happy belated. Well, I was there for your birthday, so it ain't belated.
I appreciate it.
But happy birthday to you, my brother.
I got one more thing. I'm here to let smack down on John.
And Dave, finally we got you in the building, sir. How are you? How you feeling? Let us know where you at, what you got going on.
No, I'm good. Good to be here. I'm excited to see what's gonna go down today. It's my first time on this particular panel, so see a lot of people did this before, so I'm kind of nervous going up against y'all guys. But we'll see how it goes. But outside of that, I'm on a YouTube channel and a podcast. YouTube channel, Brick Wall Reviews. I've been on a little hiatus with that lately, but got some stuff coming up over there. And then I do my podcast, Life Brick Wall, on Thursday nights, actually. So once I get done trying to lay the smack down over here, I'm gonna go and just clown around over on my podcast. So but no, other than that, I'm just, like I said, it's just good to be here. I'm chilling.
Got you. Well, now we're about to get into this. So I had to pick a randomizer to see who was going to go first, and the lucky people is a woman, actually. I know Crystal heart just jumped out of her
It
chest.
is.
I know, but the first person up is actually Kendra and Chris.
Lord.
Now, I do have a quarter. It is a heads and a tails, so I'm not cheating nobody. I know you probably can't even see that on there, Jazz. Don't say shit, but it's fine. So Kendra, I'm gonna let you pick it. You picking heads or tails, ma'am?
Heads.
Hold on.
See?
It is
See?
tails. What?
Not-
It's tails. All right. So of course I laid out the questions or the question that you will be debating. So Chris, since Kendra lost, are you taking it or do you want her to go first?
Which question are we doing first?
Sir, are you going first?
He
or
said
do
I
you
need to
want
have all the
Kendra
information.
No, he not getting it. I'm glad about that. You should be ready for anything I throw your way. It's not gonna be nothing outside of what I can
same question, Chris.
And that's why you next to me, Rumi, because we don't need you asking me no questions. So, Chris, are you taking it? Or are you letting Kendra go first, sir?
I'll go first.
Got you. So, round one, best character. Of course, if just to make sure, because I don't know if everybody was Dave. With best character, just somebody from a 90s TV show or a movie, in case y'all know. And you just have to debate that against her, and then of course we'll pick who we feel is who represented their character the best.
Okay. Y'all ready?
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Who's the teams?
Oh, you want to know the teams? Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so
he can keep score.
Yeah, right. So I know what I'm rooting for.
All right,
Right,
so
that's what
all right, so okay. Oh, my bad. My bad. Teams. We have Chris, John, DeAndre, and Dave. You guys are on the same team. So of course that leaves Harvey, Crystal, Kendra, and Sean on teams. On my screen, I got it that way so I can see it, but y'all can. Yes, sir. You muted, so you know.
Nah, I was just saying we the ones. That's all.
Okay.
Hold on. Say the teams one more time. Sorry.
You losing.
We got Chris, John, DeAndre, and Dave.
Cool. That's all I need to know.
All right, Chris, the floor is yours. The best character in the 90s.
Okay, so the best character, so there are a lot of great characters from the 90s, but the best one, it has to be the Fresh Prince. When you think of the 90s, you think of the Fresh Prince. He is arguably Will Smith as the Fresh Prince. He's arguably the most symbolic character from the decade. If you are talking about anything from the 90s, the Fresh Prince is going to be there, whether it's TV, movies, fashion, checks all the boxes. The Fresh Prince is one of the most popular TV shows from the 90s, one of the most successful, and specifically Black TV shows. In my opinion, Black TV had a golden age throughout the 90s that stretched into the early 2000s. But particularly in the 90s, there was a golden age Black TV shows, and the Fresh Prince was arguably probably the most popular, and you can make a debate if it was the best one, but it was definitely the most symbolic. So when you're talking about culture, when you're talking about longevity, when you're talking about popularity, when you're talking about critical acclaim, and if you're just talking about an iconicness, I don't even know if that's a word, but if you're just talking about an icon as a character, the Fresh Prince is going to be he's going to be what you think of. You can't talk about the 90s as a culture, as a decade, without bringing up the Fresh Prince. So there might be other characters that people might like more, and that's their prerogative. But if we're talking about like characters that represent that decade the most, it has to be the Fresh Prince. The TV show itself, it has been tons of longevity. It's still in syndication. It's still popular today. At least in the Black community, Uncle Phil and Carlton have become known on like a first name basis. So it's just an extremely popular show. So you really can't think of any other characters that symbolize the 90s more than the Fresh Prince. And also, like if we're just talking from a Black lens, the Fresh Prince is definitely high on that pantheon of symbols. So that's going to be my pick as the best character from the 90s. You really can't have any other character that represents that decade more, in my personal opinion.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
All right.
Bravo.
I'm gonna say this.
Mute him. Well, I'm just kidding.
Go ahead,
Y'all,
Jazz.
y'all got 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that because that was mowed in 2 minutes.
Yeah, it is. So my alarm went right soon as it went off. You got one too, Jazz? I'm assuming.
You shouldn't have.
Okay, I have an alarm. I have an alarm set. So okay. Kendra, the floor is yours, man.
Okay, Fresh Prince, great pick. Wonderful pick, an iconic character of the 90s. I think of him, but it's just Will Smith. And I don't think he's representative of everybody in the 90s. I think when I think of that kind of character, I'm thinking of somebody from like an animated perspective because we're all 90s kids. It's 90, and when you're a child, that's when the decade means the most to you. That's why Harvey loves the 80s. He was young then. I was young in the 90s. So I'm going to pick a character that comes from a show that is very iconic. You mentioned Golden Age of Nickelodeon, and that is Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold was very much representative of the children of the 90s. He was very latchkey. I mean, he had his grandparents, but were they paying attention? No, they were senile. They were running a business. They didn't have time. Arnold solved so much on his own, and 90s kids were latchkey, but were also very independent thinkers. What else? He came from also a modern family. A lot of us in the 90s, we weren't growing up with that traditional Fresh Prince home with the mom and dad. So American dream. What was that in the 90s? We didn't have that. We were with our aunties, our uncles, our grandparents, and just family friends. I was. So he had that going for him. He also had the family within his border weird house, all those weirdos that lived there. He also has an iconic design. I think if you see his symbol anywhere, the football head, you're going to know it. And he was in a Super Bowl commercial just a few months ago. He's still making money for Nickelodeon and Paramount Plus. And yeah, I have to go with him. And he also had a diverse cast, such a diverse cast too, representative of everybody. So that's why he is my little guy. And he had a lot of heart. Yes.
I like that. I like that one. Chris, did you have a rebuttal, sir?
Yeah, I have two. So first off, Hey Arnold, that's a great pick. It's a great show, but he wasn't even the coolest character on his show. That goes with Gerald. So I can't, Gerald he's that dude. So he can't be the best character when he's not even running his own show. So that's number one. Number two, Nickelodeon, yeah, you make great points about, a Nickelodeon, but you can make an argument that also that Rugrats was just as good, if not as a better show, and Tommy Pickles was even more iconic from Nickelodeon. Because when I see pictures of Nickelodeon, I see my boy Tommy Pickles up there first, and then Hey Arnold's kind of in the background a little bit. So that's a good that's a good argument, but that would be my rebuttals. And also, I love the Goosebumps shirt. That's totally separate, but so that's separate. I just wanted to let you know.
Can I rebuttal?
The floor is yours. This the last comment on this one. Go ahead.
Shoot that shot.
You mentioned my character not being the coolest on his show, but in your first argument, you mentioned Uncle Phil and Carlton in relation to your character. Like they had to hold him up. My guy doesn't really need that. I could just say football head and you're gonna know. Also, if you're gonna go with a Black character for the 90s, you should have went with Martin Payne. Because that's way better than your pick, but thank you.
Y'all make this one hard, okay? Jeez, y'all come out swinging at the first round.
I feel like we got the people together. We got the people together. That's gonna do it. We got the people together. That's gonna do it.
Dang, that was a
Jazz. I'm gonna start with you.
What?
You goddamn right. Because I'm gonna start with you because you wanted to host of the show. So I want you to pick. So who are you riding with, man?
Ooh. I just want to say y'all had a great argument.
Look at this political parlay she's trying to do. If you don't pick somebody.
Kendra.
So Hey Arnold is your pick. Okay.
Romy, who are you riding with?
That is a hard one. I feel like they both made very solid arguments and their rebuttals were also very good and favorable. But I'm gonna roll with Fresh Prince with Will. from Fresh Prince. So
so it is split.
You're a tiebreaker.
It is a split. It is a tie. Well, I'm picking Kendra. It's no offense, but it was she went in and she slapped you across the head on the second half of that. I wouldn't take that personally, but that's me. That's just me. I'm not saying what you got to do.
I think they both did good. Chris, you did a good job too.
Chris, you did a great job. Your rebuttal was awesome.
That's why I picked you, but both were good.
I think it was good people on both sides.
Yeah.
Who let Donald Trump up in this mug? Who let him in here? Oh. All right. All right. So the next contestants up at this panel, we have Harvey and we have Dave. Yes. yes. So Dave, your name was picked, so you get to pick heads or tails. What are you picking with, sir?
We'll go with tails.
It is tails. Are you picking it, or you letting Harvey go first?
I'm gonna let Harvey go first.
Giving Harvey the flow, boy. All right, we are doing best couples of the 90s. Well, best couple of the 90s, but you know what I mean. Harvey, whenever you're ready, I will start your clock, sir. All right, let's do this. Okay. I know what to pick. I was struggling with who to pick in terms of couples TV movie, and I decided to go with a TV show, a TV couple. And I'm gonna reach out of bounds for this one. When we think couples, we think of romantic. Maybe a man, woman, whatever. I'm gonna pick two guys who were a couple because they were the absolute best of friends. If there's any two kids who were friends above anything, that is Corey and Sean from Boy Meets World. Hey! Topanga was the third person. Like, that was his girl, but push come to shove, a shark is coming for the two of them. He would have been mourning the death of Topanga while hugging Sean because he survived. Let's get that right now. Friendship, when it comes to like love and emotion, there's no better group than having kids represent that kind of emotion. Kids represent love at its purest. Corey and Sean were not romantically together, but they were emotionally as friends, and there was nobody closer than those two. So I think they were the best because they went through everything. Sean had his struggles, Corey with Topanga, all the shenanigans, but his ride or die was not his girl, but his best friend. And I will always say that was the best representation of friendship on TV in any show ever to me, ever. So that is who I'm picking as my best couple for TV, Corey and Sean from Boy Meets World. I like that. I love that. And that's why I left it broad. You can pick how you want to pick. As long as you can debate it, you can debate it. Dave, the floor is yours.
Dave, eat his ass up.
So much like Harvey, this was a difficult decision to make here in terms of who I want to pick. I thought outside of the box as Harvey did, which is why I was sweating a little bit, because I was, I felt like he was going to come with something good. And if he would have, well, regardless, I think that the best couple of the 90s is definitely Uncle Phil and the Black Aunt Vivian. And there's a very particular reason why. It's a well-known reason. It's something that not just the audience, but also the cast members, everybody who's involved with the show sees it. Black Aunt Vivian, dark-skinned Aunt Vivian.
Hey, they was both black. Just because she was light-skinned don't mean.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I did
come on now.
It's the way I explain it.
But I understand.
Dark-skinned Aunt Vivian. She was iconic because she was a rock for Uncle Phil. Not just like a rock, like, oh, she holds him down and everything, but she kind of set him on the straight and narrow. Sometimes when he couldn't see where Will was coming from, she not only reminded Uncle Phil of where he also came from and where they started from and how they came to where they were, she also reminded him that, hey, Will's still young. And if we continue to guide him in a certain path, she kind of kept his head on straight. She was more firm with him. She was more firm with the kids. And you can tell that Uncle Phil kind of ran things more when she wasn't around to hold him down. You know what I'm saying? When it switched to the light-skinned Aunt Vivian, it was Phil was more grumpy. So yeah, I mean that's the best way I could put it. He was more grumpy. He was more controlling. A lot of the decisions that was made by the family was weaker. But just in closing, I just believe that Aunt Vivian was a true solid rock and was the reason why Uncle Phil and Aunt Vivian are known as an iconic couple of the 90s and the most iconic, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. So that's that. Harvey, did you have a rebuttal?
That's a nice pick. That's cute. That's easy. I will say, and I have a question. Are we, the fact that somebody had actually chosen the Fresh Prince previously, so he was still able to pick the show, even though the character was chosen?
Technically, no. All right.
All right. Is that a known rule, though?
It is.
Oh, it is a known rule.
Yeah.
Where the rule book is that?
Well, you can't. I mean, because that's why Harvey called it out. So yes,
but you know what? So I don't want to cut you off. Don't even worry about it. Let it be. If that's what he needs to try to win, let him have it. The rules be damned. It's fine. What I would like to say is that as nice as Uncle Phil and and Aunt Viv were, they were iconic, but they weren't new. We had Black couples before. We had James J. Evans in Florida. We had Cliff and Claire. Black couples have been there. The difference has been, how they were perceived, whether they had money, whether they were good parents, stuff like that. They were good for a show, to be honest, that was kind of flailing towards the end. It was an okay show. It represented that time. But as a couple, it wasn't the reason that show was running. It wasn't the reason that show was doing well. It was because of a character that wasn't even mentioned, to be perfectly honest. I think there's somebody else who was really carrying it. But in terms of Black couples, they were great, but they were a copy of previous couples from the 80s, of previous couples from the 70s. They weren't an original one, but they were great to see. It was good to see a Black couple that was doing well, that was intelligent, that, that had kids and took care of everybody. But I'd seen it before. And hell, we saw it after the show left. So I would just like to say, in terms of friendship, that's not something that you always see. I think that was the first time where you had two kids who were so tight together that even when they did a whole other series, they brought them back and their connection was special. So
gotcha. All right. So Dave, you have a rebuttal?
Yeah. I'm not 100% familiar with Saved by the Bell, but I do know some of the relationship between the two characters you mentioned. Listening to you talk about them and I mean, not Saved by the Bell, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. See, that's how you know I'm not even familiar with the character. I'm look, beyond my time. Boy Meets World. Was it?
Yeah,
that's right.
That's the one.
You got 30 seconds.
I'm Saved by the Bell too. Y'all could have stopped me.
No, we're gonna let you.
All right, but Boy Meets World. Even less familiar with it, obviously. But I think that in that regard, the way you described the characters, I would say that they weren't the strongest friendship in that time either, because you had characters like, I automatically thought about Tommy and Chucky. If you want to talk about two friendships between, between the fellas, Chucky was scared of everything, but he followed Tommy down to the grave. He wasn't going back down, and I just feel like, that's definitely based on how you describe that friendship between those characters. I feel like that's weak sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like Chucky was going through a whole breakup with a girl and the death of a beetle. But if Tommy was going to be like, yo, come take care of my brother, Chucky was like, all right. So I just feel like that's a strong. Like, anytime you take care of the baby that everybody else want to kill for your boy, like, I feel like you to the grave at that point. So that's my rebuttal.
All right. So that was that. So DeAndre, so I want to make sure it's clear and understood.
I saw it now.
Okay, you said okay, yeah. So within that, so I want to make sure you know as well, Dave. So the caveat within this is if somebody picks a character or a movie, like from a show or a TV, like that is no longer on the board. So because
So the
Chris,
whole show.
yeah, no more.
movie
That's
is off the
yep.
board. Okay.
I want you to think. I want you to actually think about it. It'll knock you off. It may knock you off your feet. So, but I'm gonna let it rock because Dave is a little different with Dave. As far as what I get him. But Rumi, I'm starting with you. Who are you riding with?
Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna go with Harvey because I liked your argument. It was different. It was outside the box. I wasn't a fan of the Boy Meets World show, but I did watch it and I do understand the dynamic and like having a rider. I liked Dave's rebuttal about I would have thought of a different friendship riding couple, but the question was out of your two picks, and I feel like the Corey and Sean pick was stronger.
Mm-hmm. I also rode with the Boy Meets World couple. I love Corey and Sean. Jazz, what about you?
I'm gonna go with Boy Meets World as well.
All right. So next up, Mr. DeAndre and Miss Crystal. Crystal, it did land. It did land on you.
Okay.
So you picking heads or tails, ma'am?
Heads. Yeah.
I dropped my coin. You have one coin? That's it? You got one in the whole house? That's it? It is tails. DeAndre, are you picking it or you letting Crystal rock with it first?
Ladies first.
Oh.
Best comedy of the 90s. Crystal, the clock starts when you start, man.
Okay, so there are a lot of movies in the 90s. Love them all. Great time. But the best one to me and to everyone else, I would think, is Life. You have a very classic movie. You got Eddie Murphy. You got Martin Lawrence. The two niggas. Can I say that on here? Two men.
You've done that.
Right. Come on now.
Have you ever watched the show before?
Two niggas.
And went on an adventure and ended up in jail. We got great quotes. You gonna eat your cornbread? I'd be happy. I could go on. And by the end of the movie, what did these two men do? They broke out of jail and got free. That's a good happy ending to me because they was innocent anyway. So, blanket statement, best movie ever. And bonus, you got the beautiful song Life. I'm not gonna sing it, but you know it.
Who wrote that song?
That guy.
Who wrote that song, Crystal?
Casey and Joe?
Okay.
Names.
So okay, all right. So Chris, are you finished with your?
Yes, I am. Life, best comedy of the 90s.
Gotcha. I appreciate that. DeAndre, it's your turn, sir.
Rolled up the shirt.
He got
rolled up the shorts.
I'm like, wait, he got on short sleeves.
So we talked about the best comedy. We didn't say it had to be a movie.
That's correct.
It is a movie. So, and I can go either way here. Where I could be, I can't be first person here. I can go Martin here. I'm not though. I'm going quintessential TV show that you had to, and in the early 90s, you had to sneak to watch it because you're not supposed to. I'm going Def Comedy Jam.
Does that
I'm
count?
going Def Comedy is a TV show.
It's a TV show.
That's a true statement.
It's a TV show.
Go ahead, DeAndre.
Every last single person almost every last single person that she said in that movie was in Def Comedy Jam first. Bernie Mac killed Def Comedy Jam. I ain't afraid you motherfuckers. One of the best quotes of all time. One of the best quotes of all time. Martin, who was in there, hosted Def Comedy Jam, and then shit on everybody in the audience. All right, a lot of black comedians that you know today, that are legends today, started on shows like Def Comedy Jam. Steve Harvey, Martin Lawrence, Bernie Mac, Dave Chappelle. Even earlier, later, Cat Williams and Kevin Hart. I am going to go Def Comedy Jam. That's the quintessential black TV show for me of the 90s.
Oh, okay. That left field.
Crystal, do you have a rebuttal?
I do. I appreciate you so much for letting me know that they all started their careers on Def Comedy Jam. But you start somewhere to get somewhere better. And they all ended up at life. So, you know, I appreciate it. We love a first step, but we love a next one. And that is what all I have to say, you know.
So I get rebuttal too, right?
It's yours now.
Okay, so I appreciate that you said that because I said it to my man Harvey all the time. Just because you're first doesn't mean you're better. I appreciate that. I understand that. However, just because you're better means you're better. and Def Comedy Jam, I would rather watch, and I love Life. I respect Life. Life is one of the best black comedies of all time. Top 5, top 3 to me of all time. God's truth. But I love stand up more. If you can't do stand up, you really can't do acting, and you have to do improv first. So I love stand up first. And down the truth, a lot of things for the people that was in life, you remember more for their stand up and Def Comedy Jam. So yes, first doesn't mean better. Better means better.
All right. Whew. So I guess I will start first.
I was gonna say if you'd called on me, I'd be like,
right,
it's your turn. Look,
right. Me too.
Don't you keep
I'm gonna
putting it
go
on
first.
us.
I'm gonna go first. That was a great one. That's a
That
great
was
one.
another good. Y'all are all doing so well. It's making it difficult for me.
I'm gonna ride with Crystal this time. Nothing against you, DeAndre. I promise. There ain't nothing against you. I'm riding with Crystal. This go. Jazz. Who are you picking? Today. It's today.
I know. I'm gonna go with Crystal. Like,
I'll take it. Great choice.
I mean, although my vote doesn't technically count because they've already voted twice, I'm voting for DeAndre because he came out of left field with Def Comedy Jam, and I legitimately had I didn't, but my mama had all the Def Comedy Jam VHSs, and I was definitely sneaking to watch it, and I was cracking up. That was a good time in stand up, and it was just a good time. But so my vote is for Def Comedy Jam.
All right. So we have Sean and John.
Oh, not Sean John. Oh, not now.
No
So-
Diddy.
All right. So John, it landed on you, brother. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads it is. You going first or you giving it to Sean?
In the words of Papa Doc, let that bitch go first.
Hey, nah. All right. All right.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to stay serious, but I can't, dog.
Niggas get shot for that. Niggas get shot for that now.
I'm just joking with you, boy. This is just boy, come on.
Right,
Nah,
man.
man, Sean, he going
Cool.
first. Because I know this gonna be great. This
Cool.
gonna be great.
It's
All
cool,
right. So you guys are doing best movie. Sean, when you ready, sir?
For the niggas up north, getting full of that jack smack. First smack back, got a nigga to back smack, and you gonna love it. I ain't finna sit here and lie, bro. It was hard to choose because I could have went with the money team. You know, I easily chose Titanic because who gonna beat that tip when it comes to that break? But I'm going for the culture. I'm going for what this movie did for us, boys in the hood, bro. Come on, bro. First of all, you know what I'm saying? The nigga ain't that serious, but he's serious in that movie. Everything that black brother said as a father, he stepped up, which we didn't see then. You know, they saying we don't see now. A black man step up for his child. So we got that right. The man said everything he said about the government and the society, how they trying to trick us out our spot. Let's look at today's times. So then you had the linchpin of the career of Ice Cube. What's the boy name? Ricky.
Morris Chestnut.
Morris Chestnut, thank you. Morris Chestnut and Nia Long and Regina King. She was in there too, trying to take bro, man. And I ain't gonna say Cuba Gooding Jr. because you know he nasty. But but you know what I'm saying? If we didn't have that movie, if John Singer didn't gave folks that opportunity, we might not have got Friday after next. You know what I'm saying? Them iconic movies, them black movies that still resonating our hearts. So it started off with that. It's just a staple in our community. It showed what we really go through in the hood that it get ignored. You know what I'm saying? So if they know, they know, they don't know, or they don't care.
A quote.
You know what I'm saying? So
you see it going?
No, I'm good. You got it.
Okay.
I can beat him with the rebuttal.
John, the floor is yours, sir.
The floor is mine. Thank you, my brother. Listen, I'm married, okay? And one thing that I learned over these years is you listen to your wife. And the one thing my wife always told me is go with your first thought. And Sean, that's what you should have did. I'm going with Titanic, baby. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. This is the first movie in history to reach what? $1 billion. Okay? When you make movies, what are you trying to do? Sell. You trying to get to the top. That's exactly what you're trying to do. Anytime you go on a cruise, I don't care if you black, white, Hispanic, green, yellow, brown, blue, whatever. The first thing you want to do what? Is that little thing right there at the end of the damn ship, like that chick did in the damn movie. That's the first thing that comes to your mind. You ain't gonna do it, but that's the first thought that comes to your mind. And you know it's the truth. Listen, Titanic set the boundary when it comes to great visual effects movies. All right. It set the tone. You have to reach $1 billion, bro. Period. It took almost 12 years for another movie to reach that. And what movie was that? Avatar. Okay. Titanic set the standard, my boy. And that was in the 90s, dog. Mid-90s at that. Titanic set the standard. And look, bro, you had one of the great actors of our time. Okay. Leonardo DiCaprio. My boy was in the slanging meat. Okay. He was a side piece. He played his role to the T. Okay. Black man don't listen. Black men don't cheat, but white men do. Leo proved that in the movie. Okay. Trying to tell you, Titanic set the standard for a whole lot of stuff. Okay. Trying to say $1 billion. $1 billion. See, you were going for the culture, which is cool. But I'm going for the overall big picture, baby. When you make a movie, you are trying to sell. You are trying to make money. That's the only thing that matters in Hollywood is that green.
Mm-hmm. All right, Sean, you got a rebuttal, sir?
Of course, come on.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's fair. You know what I'm saying? I read Google too, brother. You didn't mention the awards. Ashley Avatar came out a little bit later than that, but no, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna check you on that. All I gotta really say is that last time I checked, Boys in the Hood made 10 times his budget. So if you want to talk that money game as a movie that's low budget, they made 10 times their bread. So that's making money in a time where black people wasn't getting them checks for our movies in the way, where they were still marginalizing us. We didn't have as many theaters as a Titanic to really make it, because they didn't want to see our truth be out there, but we still got it. Don't nobody think about Titanic. And when you want to be for real about Titanic, since you Google, you should look at the Google them reviews, because them joints don't hold up. They got like a lot of negative reviews, brother. That joint was cool because they talk about the white folks on their boat. But guess what we did with the Kings of Comedy? Made jokes about them white folks on their boat. But Boys in the Hood, we don't make no jokes about that. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Ricky, not, zigzagging.
Thank you.
Should have said
John,
wow, the bias panel here.
Oh no! That was
agreed that he should have said
No. I am definitely coming with a rebuttal. I am definitely coming. First of all, my brother, if you do your history, bro, when did Ice Cube started writing Friday, bro? Before Boys in the Hood. So let's get that straight. If you ever watched Straight Outta Compton. So let's get that straight, okay? So either way, and then you saying Hollywood wasn't messing with black folks. Oh, you forgot about Denzel Washington and Mo Better Blues? Malcolm X? Bro, come on, my boy, dog. I gotta keep going, bro? Do I gotta keep, bro?
Malcolm X was after.
Hold on. Lawrence Fishburne, okay? He was in movies before that. Ice Cube was doing his thing before that, bro. Like,
he was a rapper.
Good and Junior, come on, bro. Like, nah, bro. Don't even try that.
He was nobody
Hollywood
either.
was messing with us before Boys in the Hood, bro.
Cap.
Let's get that straight. Let's get that straight, bro. Let's get that straight, bro.
You a bunny hopper.
So what, bro? You tripping, bro? You over there drinking? Stay off that lean, my boy.
All right.
Brown only, brother.
So we got.
How about
we got
you?
John.
You got Sidney Poitier.
We got John and Sean in their debate. Jazz, you have to be the one to pick first. Who are you picking, John or Sean?
I just want to say there's no bias in these votes because I am Sean's work wife. No favoritism at all. I'm gonna go with John's argument though. He get my vote. I hope I can still have my work husband.
Nah, it's the second time you did this shit.
He's keeping score. Okay.
Rumi,
Excuse me.
Rumi, where you going?
Yeah, I'm going Boys in the Hood. Like I'm not a Titanic fan. The ending annoys me. It pisses me off every time. And I mean, maybe that's the emotion they wanted to elicit out of me, but I'm not picking that one. So I'm going Boys in the Hood.
Might celebrate a woman throw a diamond in the sea. Like she be a poor here. Come on.
I'm just saying there's enough room for both of them on that piece of wood. So we could alternate it or something.
So growing up, Boys in the Hood.
Neil Long never did that.
Growing, I seen them best men. But look, all right, growing up, Boys in the Hood is my favorite movie. But I used to go to watch Titanic to watch the white people die at the end. So
the motive.
Unfortunately, with this one, I gotta ride with John as far as the debate goes, though. I think John made a better argument for me.
No, he didn't. You just like seeing white people die. It's not the same.
I don't.
It's cool. We 3-1. It don't matter. We won round one. It's cool. We won round one.
As my friend Kendra said, send me some Flex Seal.
It's cool. We up one anyway. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? That was my weakest John anyway because I didn't want to choose, so it's fine. That's not how you play. You know, like a little bullshit in spades. That's what you got.
So we going back with Chris and Kendra. So because previous time Kendra went first, this time it'll be, I believe, right? That's right.
I went first. It's Kendra.
You went first. You went first.
Yeah,
Okay, so Kendra will go first this time. Oh shoot! Pull that back up. There we go. And you are doing best animation.
I'm gonna go with a Disney movie. Obviously, it was the Renaissance in the 90s, started by Little Mermaid in 1989. People like to forget that's not a 90s movie, but of course that can't be my pick. I was gonna go with the biggest accolades of the 90s, Beauty and the Beast, because I thought, oh, it was the first animated movie to get nominated for Best Picture, and it got all these awards and whatever, and it's a great scene. But for me, I watched it recently. So many plot holes. It was so annoying. Just when it starts, that witch was mad 11-year-old child wouldn't let them in their house and then cursed him. So right off the bat. So I'm going with the 90s movie from 1995. Arguably, it is the first Black Disney movie. It is a goofy movie. It is representative of the 90s to a T. It incorporates kind of Black culture with Powerline. You have the single father, and all he wants to do is take his son out. And it's a beautiful story. Usually parents aren't seen in the best of light in Disney movies. So this is a good story. It has great music. Again, Powerline, that music, it's not just Broadway like the rest of the Disney Renaissance. It's literal music you can go play on the radio. And the animation's just classic Disney. It's nothing special, no bells and whistles. It's just a simple classic Disney movie, simple animation, and what else? It's just perfect. Oh, and it's Disney's first actual teen movie that the teen's not in some weird loving relationship with an older man that she shouldn't be. It's a teen movie where they're both actually in high school. That's pretty cool. So it's Disney meets John Hughes with some Powerline. It's perfect. That's my argument.
Love it. Chris, best animation, sir. What are you picking?
I'm also going to go with a Disney movie, and a Goofy movie is a great movie. I personally have a strong connection with that because my pops and I bonded over that movie, so I love that movie. But I thought you were going to go a year before and going to choose what I was going to pick, and you were right there. But a Goofy movie is a great movie, and you're right about the Disney Renaissance, but Lion King was right there. That is quite possibly the greatest Disney movie of all time. Definitely on the list of animated movies. And you say that a Goofy movie is a Black movie, and you're right. But I would make the argument that a Lion King is also a Black movie. Don't ask me to understand, but in my world, it's a Black movie. It's set in Africa, and Simba is a Black kid. Mufasa was a Black king. Scar, all of them, they're Black. So I would argue that that's the first Black animated Disney movie. And it's a great movie. I mean, you have Mufasa dying is an iconic moment. It's sad. It made grown adults cry. Simba's journey is one of the best in all of Disney. Did you write about the Disney Renaissance? You had, of course, the Goofy movie, Aladdin, you had Beauty and the Beast, all these great movies that coming out, but Lion King was financially successful. I mean, it was highly critically acclaimed. It crossed over into and pop culture references is arguably Disney's peak. An incredible film that holds up today. Goofy movie does too. But Lion King is just a better movie. It just reached heights that a Goofy movie just didn't quite reach, and that really maybe not even any other animated movie has made. And you can make the argument that Lion King is the gold standard for all animated movies that have came after it, whether that's Pixar, whether that's Disney, DreamWorks. It's an incredible movie. It's got a great blend of the comedy, the music. It's also legitimately sad, but it's a phenomenal movie, and it is the peak of Disney's peak. So that's what I'm going to pick. It also has a ton of great characters. You had Timon and Pumbaa, who they had. I'm sorry, I might be going
to. Sorry, had to hit that button on his ass.
You just gonna mute on this? You just can't tell him to stop.
No, fuck that. That's what the button for.
You could just say stop.
That man was at 3 minutes.
My bad. I mean, I don't see a time. I don't see a time.
It was a little over. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll tell you next time, or maybe I'll drop it in the chat so you know where you at.
You can just cut me off. That's cool. I didn't realize.
As a judge, you gotta be, man. Come on, man. Stop falling in love with the main story, man. Be honest, man.
You see, I hit the mute. Kendra, did you have a rebuttal?
Yeah. I get what you're saying, that they could be Black because they're from Africa, but they're not like anthropomorphic, whatever that word is. Like Goofy and them were like supposed to be human. These are just animals. Don't put anything on them like that. They don't want to be representative of human race. They just want to be animals. Respect them. Also, Simba's journey, honey, he was like, my dad died, and then 5 minutes later was doing show tunes with like these two animals he just met. He was not going on a journey. He was just like, peace out. I don't want to get like blamed for this. He was running from like a consequence because he felt bad. But it is a beautiful movie. I can't deny it. It is one of Disney's best. I just think like it's supposed to be one of their best. While Goofy movie's just like this little underdog that over the years has gotten better and better and more respect. While Lion King, fine. It's fine. It was good when it started, but like Goofy movie's prowess as it's gone on, I think it's just better.
Chris, you have a rebuttal?
Yeah, and I promise I won't go over time, but you can make the same thing. I think the word is anthropomorphic. You could make the same thing. If Goofy is, I mean, okay, you're right that they are human, but if Goofy's supposed to be Black, why can't we say that Simba and all the other characters? So if one is Black, we could say the other.
Racist.
And I'm also just gonna say that I mean, you're right that Goofy movie did kind of fly under the radar. But we shouldn't grade it on a curve just because it wasn't supposed to be as good. Like, it's a great movie and I appreciate it and it deserves all its props. But I'm not going to necessarily say that it should be better just because it overachieved. Lion King, I mean, it's one of the best movies of all time. Right, regardless, it transcends even just animated films. So yeah, that's all I got to say.
Oh, Rumi, what you doing?
I was legitimately coming into this thinking that people was not gonna have good, like it was gonna be easy to pick one. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, well, nah, I ain't rocking with that. Both of these are difficult. I'm annoyed actually. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna go with a Goofy movie because I know, but I have a close connection to that movie too. And if you were to put them both up and ask me which one I wanted to watch right now, I would pick a Goofy movie. So for me, that one is going to be the one that I pick.
Ooh. Oh, Jazz, what you riding with?
I'm going with a Goofy movie as well. Chris, you tried to downplay how sad Lion King was. Like, my nigga, that shit's sad.
Plus, we seen a nigga die before in the world.
I did say it was sad. What you mean?
You try to downplay it like it wasn't that sad.
I said it's one of the saddest movies. What you mean?
That shit is like really.
He said it was sad. He said it had grown people crying.
I thought he was saying like he tried to downplay the sadness.
Just say you didn't want to pick Chris.
I know, yeah, I said it was sad.
And that's okay.
Hold on. I said it was sad. Whoa.
That is not. I like Kendra's
You didn't say it
argument
was
better.
sad enough, brother.
Wow, that's crazy. I
Yeah.
said it made grown people cry. What you mean?
He did say that.
He
You
did
gotta
say
get
that.
more
He
detail.
did say that, but I'm
You gotta get more detail.
I'm
You gotta say
agree.
that. Yeah, but Fuss got 8
Bro,
towns.
you lost, man.
That's wow, Jazz. That is wow. That's crazy, Jazz.
You lost.
I'm unfortunately I gotta ride
Clean
with
sweep,
Kendra
man.
as well. It's a sweep.
Kendra coming
It's a
in.
sweep.
Over here like just you don't want Chris like yo. Kendra had a better argument. Like, sorry.
All right. So next
Talk
up,
about lying.
Dave and Harvey. In this round, we're doing the best 90s remake, whether it's a TV show or a movie, the best 90s remake. And I believe Harvey led off last time. So Dave, you get to pick the best 90s remake.
Okay, and to be clear, this is like they remade it today from the 90s.
See, you and Jazz, how did y'all
I feel like Harvey asked the same question.
He asked. Okay, so what I meant is a movie or TV show that was remade in the 90s, not today. It has to be redone in the 90s.
I thought.
Okay.
I'm glad
you thought with everybody else. Jason's the only one that thought it was something else.
It started like the Fresh Prince being remade today.
But if it was a 90s panel, why would I talk about the 2024 90s?
My nigga,
show?
Because it started in the 90s.
Right.
That's the beginning. So that's why
you had. But I get Jason's side though. I do get Jason's side because it was plenty of 90s things that was a remake.
A lot of them.
So I'm on your side, Jason. I got your back, bro.
Well,
appreciate
your back, bro.
He just trying to grease your palm.
Right.
Hey, that ain't the problem. She the problem.
Wait. So Dave,
yeah.
Do you have one that you can that you
Yeah. I was kind of prepared for both.
What the fuck? Hey, Jazz, Roman. Hey, you know what?
I want clarification, so I know which way to go.
I mute the.
How would I come up?
I mute. You see, I mute. I mute.
Don't be muting me.
Dave, the floor is yours, brother.
So what I'm gonna go with is Dr. Dolittle. I think the best 90s remake is Dr. Dolittle. So the 60s, hear me out. The 60s, right? It had who was that? Jerry Lewis, right? If I'm not mistaken. He played the role of the Nutty Professor. That show, of course, it's not just because of the aesthetic, right? It's not just because you have Eddie Murphy that the 90s remake was better than the original. It's not just because you have, all that great comedy that came from that. It's because it's the best remake because it takes what was the original show. I've seen little bits and pieces of it. I think I've seen one episode total. And the original show is just one of those bare bones things. It takes a long time. It's more scientific, right? And as scientific as it is, it doesn't have that strong element of like a plot or anything that will make you want to get invested into the actual show as the movie did. The movie gives you something to actually want, something to actually aspire to see. There's people who still want to see a Nutty Professor 3. So it kind of brought the brand and the name of Nutty Professor to a different height, and it kind of gave a different appreciation for Jerry Lewis's comedy. Okay, Jerry Lewis was a comedy master. I could say more, but I'm pretty sure I'm almost at 2 minutes. So just
you kind of okay. Wait, so you almost there. I'm gonna ask you. So what movie did you pick as your remake?
The Nutty Professor.
Okay, you said 2 different movies. You said you started with Dr. Dolittle. And you went to Nutty Professor.
Oh snap!
It's cheating. Disqualified. Disqualified. You said 2 different movies.
You said 2 different movies.
And it was a good choice. But he said, "Come on, let's do qualification. We won. Come on."
So what are you picking?
I'm going to go with the Nutty Professor.
All right, he going with Nutty Professor?
Yes, because that's what I meant to say.
Yeah,
my other remake choice was Doolittle. So that's why when I was on both sides, I looked at the wrong word. I apologize.
Gotcha. No, it's cool. It's cool. I'm just trying to make sure the person that you head up against understands, so they don't pick them.
bumming on his sweater already. Mom spaghetti. He's nervous.
And I am that too.
Harvey, the floor is yours, brother.
Before I get started, I would just like to say that, I mean, I'm still going to win with what I'm going to pick, but I'm doing this in protest because he said one thing and then shifted to an entire different film afterwards. I was confused, but I understand. If you had to go up against me, I'd be confused also. And that's fine. Let's do this. Let's go.
Talk that shit, Harvey. Talk that shit.
I won't be in
Talk
news
to him
for long.
Oh my God. Okay. I am going to go out of our box. This is a very diverse group. And I'm going to pick something that's not typical of ours. I'm an 80s kid. I grew up with Disney movies, the animated stuff, but I like the live action stuff too. And one of my favorite Disney movies is actually The Parent Trap. The original Parent Trap is 1961. Fantastic movie, so much fun, but they did a better version of it in 1998. The Parent Trap was fantastic. The acting was great. One girl playing both parts. It was fun. It was modern. It was easy to watch. And it was, I don't know what the right word is to say. Disney was on this animated run. Everything that Disney was dropping, animated, was hot. It was hot. But a live action movie that was fun, that anybody could watch with great actors. That's my pick. I'm going to keep it simple. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah. Dave, do you have a rebuttal, my brother?
I do. So
choose the right Eddie Murphy movie.
Yeah. Check your notes. Check your notes, homie. Check your notes first.
Are you saying that The Parent Trap is mostly a better movie because you have the dual performance of Lindsay Lohan? Is that like part of your biggest reason? Because I feel that that's the reason that people actually appreciate that movie, is because Lindsay Lohan was apparently holding weight playing two seamless twins. However, if you look at The Nutty Professor, where Eddie Murphy flawlessly held down like more than two roles, some of which I just recently learned were actually him because he was so well in those prosthetics, and he was so diverse with his acting in that film. I would dare say that his performance as multiple members of one family holds more weight than Lindsay Lohan just playing a British in a poorly acted New York accent or whatever that one was. I just feel like Lindsay held nothing. So just my
right. Okay. So when I was having this conversation, it's over with. When I was having this conversation, those two are my two picks as best 90s remakes as well. In between them. So since I'll pick, I got
Harvey got a rebuttal.
He already rebutted, right? No, you didn't, Harvey. Your turn.
See, look at you cheating, brother.
I was like, wait, what?
My bad. Bad.
I was just trying to be.
I'm reclaiming our time.
I was like, oh God.
I'm saying it's clear that we just skirting the rules for any random Tom, Dick, or or Jaquan that pulls up on the screen. We say whatever.
Jaquan, Jesus.
I would just like to say that for this movie, for the part to be played, somebody has to play two parts. Obviously, that's part of Parent Trap. I agree with you in terms of Eddie and what he did. My response to that is that it wasn't the first time he's done it. It was like the third. He had done it before. He had done Coming to America. He had played different parts. So it's something that he's done well. There's nothing negative to say about Nutty Professor. It's good. I just think for the part, and by the way, New York accent, she was just talking. Like there was no New York accent. That's where she's from. I don't know what you talk about. The British thing was the one that you would have judged, and she did a great job with that. So I think you're a little judgmental when it comes to what we're talking about with The Parent Trap, but that's all I have left. So go ahead. You was about to pick Nutty Professor.
I was picking.
So get up in there.
I wasn't actually. I was picking Parent Trap in there when I was picking Harvey in that argument. Rumi, what are you riding with?
Stressed. I feel like there's a lot of black on black crime, and I'm not here for this.
It's okay.
I don't like it. Yeah, I'm going Parent Trap as well. That's a good movie. Like, I mean, I legitimately enjoyed the movie. I love obviously the plot is remade, but the way that it was done was good. And Lindsay Lohan did hold her own way, especially because she was a child playing two roles versus, since you guys were making that argument versus Eddie Murphy being an adult, and he had done it before and all those good things. So I'm picking Parent Trap as well.
Jazz, what about you?
You're muted because he muted you.
Oh yeah, you get muted too.
You
What
was
you
muted
doing
a long
talking?
time ago.
Like you just going in and stuff. You get muted
Damn,
too.
for real? All right, that's fine. Well, I'm gonna go with Parent Trap because I liked Harvey's argument better than the movie.
What? You didn't like Parent Trap? What?
I did, but
childhood.
I like
Harvey.
Nutty
Professor Moore.
I mean, yeah, but it's about the arguments. I like.
I understand. I get it. DeAndre.
I feel like there's a bloodline rules.
See that, Jason, about the argument.
I picked the argument. DeAndre, Crystal, you all are up next. And of course, the next one you guys have is the best actor from the 90s. You let ladies go first last time, so sir, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you. There's a lot of good actors in the 90s. I'm gonna stick with the culture. I'm gonna go with Denzel Washington here. I know it's probably the easiest fucking GD answer is, but that's probably the only answer, really, God's truth. His filmography: Mo Better Blues, Malcolm X, Much Ado About Nothing, Philadelphia, Devil in Blue Dress, The Preacher's Wife, He Got Game, The Bone Collector, and The Hurricane. Not to mention a lot of other shit he did too. That's an all-star roster of fucking movies in the 90s. You really can't find, for as many as Denzel did, you can't really find a better roster of movies for the whole decade from anybody. And Malcolm X, he got robbed for that fucking grant in the Oscar. Malcolm X is the best role he ever did, honest truth. And there's not really an actor that can in the 90s that can fuck with him, Malcolm X. And then got Philadelphia, which I'm biased from Philly, but Philadelphia's a fucking fantastic movie, and he was fucking amazing in that movie. All right, he may have outdid he did
Tom Hanks.
He outdid Tom Hanks for his second Oscar. Sorry, second Oscar. My pick is Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington, love it. Crystal, the floor is yours, young lady. Who you got?
I can't use Will Smith, right?
You cannot. I'm sorry.
Okay, so in that regard, we're gonna go with the best white male of the 90s, Thomas Hanks. He gave us some great hits in the 90s, and he did his thing. Let's just go down the list very quickly. We got A League of Their Own, Apollo 13, Saving Private Ryan, You've Got Mail. That's catchy. What else we got? Green Mile, Toy Story 2. He had 2 hits in the same 10 years with the same series. And we're gonna end it with no, we're not. Second to last, we're gonna go Toy Story. That's your childhood. I just mentioned it. You got 2 of those in 10 years. And last but certainly not least, Forrest Gump. He gave us the classic. You never know. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Just like tonight, I didn't know what I was gonna get, but I'm here and I'm doing very well. So shout out to Tom for the encouragement. He's also down with the Brown because he was in Tales from the Crypt. And look at his son. So that's all I'm gonna say. Shout out to Tom. He did a great job. Go 90s.
So I got to rebuttal, right?
Rebuttal. Your floor is yours.
Before I get to the shit he done in the 90s, because God's truth, I love Tom Hanks. I'm gonna say it right now. Forrest Gump is one of my favorite movies of all time, my top 3. God's truth. I love Forrest Gump. However, was he partying with Diddy?
Oh shit!
What happened?
Wasn't he partying with Diddy?
Come on, DeAndre.
Either him or there. And they came out in the doctor.
Okay.
It wasn't him. It was a lookalike.
It wasn't him. It was a lookalike.
But I digress. You said all the good movies he did. What about Joe versus Volcano? Bonfires of Bandits. I know it's not hard like that, but that's two horrible fucking movies. Horrible goddamn movies. And
chill, homie. Horrible is a strong term.
Horrible
Chill,
fucking movies. And I hate him in Meg Ryan movies. I hate You Got Mail, and I hate all the other. Listen, there's no way in hell. Like I said before, Denzel acted him in Philadelphia.
All right.
I didn't play the same.
That's incorrect.
It's the floor is on Crystal. Crystal, the floor is yours, man.
Let me mute myself.
You mentioned Denzel. Yes, Thomas Hanks. But let's talk about Denzel. Your pick. Yes, he had a great run in the 90s. Go him. Again, getting started like your last crew. But let's go to 2000. He came out the gate. Remember the Titans. Then you got Training Day. Then you got John 2. Then you got Antoine. Then you got. This is my rebuttal. I know what I'm doing.
Chill, son.
Don't interrupt black women, brother. Don't do that again.
Out of time. So that's arguably his best. Okay, so maybe not the 90s. Great try, but it's Tom.
So I can't run up. The disrespect that I watched the news.
Jason, get your life together. Whose turn is it?
Miss Jazz turn.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I'm gonna go Denzel.
Going Denzel, Romy, who you going with?
I'm going with Tom Hanks for the fact that we're talking about 90s movies, right? And Tom's 90s movies, I'm a little more, I feel like Denzel started flexing when he got to the 2000s. So I'm going to go with Tom Hanks as well. Crystal's rebuttal made a lot of sense to me. Yeah, tiebreaker.
Yeah, I hate y'all keep leaving these on me.
What?
But as far as with the argument that we're going through, I like Crystal's argument better. For the Denzel versus Tom.
Y'all saying that Denzel watched the 2000s better than his 90s.
His 2000? I think Denzel's 2000s is better than his 90s catalog.
What they also saying your argument suck.
We didn't say that. Stop putting words in our mouths.
Definitely didn't say
that. So you think Remember Titans better than Malcolm X? Or Philadelphia is better than...
Well, I would definitely put Remember the Titans on before I ever put Malcolm X on my team.
The Titans, mighty Titans.
I'm picking Malcolm X in that lineup. I'm picking Malcolm X, but in general, like if you went down the rest of the list, yeah, I'm picking the 2000s.
Nobody said Fallen. Like Fallen was.
If I can speak,
I said Fallen. I said Fallen.
He mentioned Fallen.
I mentioned Fallen.
Jason know how I feel about Denzel.
We're not doing this.
I'm shocked nobody picked Samuel Jackson. Last time that was the argument, Sam versus Denzel, and Sam was the better one, but nobody picked him. So it is what it is. It is Sean and John's turn this time. John, since you let Sean go first, it's your first. And we are doing Best Actress. Sir, who are you riding with? You got to unmute yourself also.
Oh, shit. Is he looking down like an old man?
Hurry up, son. Come on.
Oh, we can hear you.
Might finna bring in help.
Come on. Jesus.
Hey, the tag match. You niggas wrestlers. I'm gonna let y'all get that off.
I'm sorry. What? No, not going.
This part is 2 minutes, right? Part is 2 minutes, right?
Listen, no, as a parent,
part is 2 minutes, right?
They don't want you till you're doing something.
Time started. The time started already, right?
John, the floor is yours.
You got a minute left.
I am going with the beautiful, the elegant, the queen herself. I'm talking about your mama, your grandmama. Hell, I think even your great grandmama know who this is. Even your kids in today's time, Miss Angela Bassett. The best actress in the 90s? Bro, come on, bro. What love got to do? Okay. Vampire in Brooklyn. That do not get mentioned enough in our culture, and it definitely should. Okay, we have Boys in the Hood. Since you want to go there, Sean, she was in that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, bro. I can keep going, but the one that I'm telling you, no, it's two more. Okay, how Stella got her groove back. That movie right there is why Janet Jackson had a baby at 50. Okay, I don't care what you say, but this right here, this movie that I'm about to say that she played in, I think is a woman's anthem. Black, white, I don't care, but mostly my African American sisters waiting to exhale. Angela Bassett ran it in the 90s, bro. I don't care. Black people, Caucasian people love Angela Bassett. She ran the 90s. Point blank, period. Okay? Like, hands down. She can play anything. Hell, she played Michael Jackson mama. The hell? Like, come on, bro. You cannot be like you cannot name a better role than Tina Turner. Oh no, I don't want shit no more. Like, come on, bro. She cried her butt off in that movie. Woo. You know what? Listen, waiting to exhale. Mary J. Blige made a song about her.
10
I
seconds.
was your lover and your secretary, working every day of the week. She set the nigga call fire.
Okay.
You want to know why? Because, bro, you know what? Ain't even gonna say that. It's over. It's over.
That's John's time. Sean, what are you riding with, myself?
All right, I'm gonna start this off. Take these shades off so we can get serious with your ass. Second of all, I want to apologize to my teammates for losing. I didn't want to play the money game. And now you want to play the culture? That's cool. We ain't worried about it. I still play the culture with you. Because I'm gonna go with Angela Bassett co-star. I'm gonna go with the workhorse. The black woman who worked the most in the 90s, Whoopi Goldberg. The first black woman who got an EGOT. She actually won a Oscar. Won the Oscar, my nigga. What we talking about? And let's go off with her classics. She was in Ghost, House Party 2, Sister Act, and Sister Act 2. She was also in Lion King. Hey, Made in America. She popped up in Little Rascals because she was bored. She had Eddie, Ghost in Mississippi. She was in the Rugrats, the movie. How Still Got Your Groove Back. And also Alice in Wonderland and Girl Interrupted. She appeared. Matter of fact, I'm telling you how she's the workhorse. She's the only actress, black or white, that appeared in more movies in the 90s, my boy. And last time I checked, her movie box office came out. So you want to play the money game? 1.3 billion in a decade, brother. And she was so popping, and she showed her range because Angela Bassett she's a cold actress. I say that, bro. But she's just drama. This lady went from being a comedian to playing serious roles, brother. That's range. That's actual acting chops, my boy. What are we talking about here? And she got so cold at this shit, they gave her a talk show. And she got so cold at that, they put her on the center star of Celebrity, the Celebrity Tic Tac show. And then she won awards for that. Angela Bassett didn't win nothing. She got beat up for nothing.
Wait.
What are we talking about, bro? I take the glasses off for this one, man. I took the last one personal, bro.
Hey, John, you got a rebuttal?
Go ahead.
And I got a rebuttal for you. Come on.
Do anybody remember those movies that he's talking about? Don't worry, I will. Yeah, we got one hand.
Yeah, nigga.
That's it. One. Bro, come on, bro. Don't nobody
We're black,
Eddie. I remember Eddie because Eddie's one of my favorite movies from the 90s, bro. Ghost with Patrick Swayze, my boy. Come on.
Classic movie.
Come on, dog. Come on, bro. Ask anybody, bro, put any movie up against any Whoopi Goldberg movie, bro, and they're going to choose Angela Bassett movie, point blank, period. It doesn't matter if it's drama or comedy. It doesn't matter. She is better. And we all know why she ain't winning the Oscar in the 90s. We all know why. Don't have me do that, bro. We all know why. It was swarmed with the Caucasus of actresses that could not act. But you know what? You know what? I ain't even gonna say it because you know what, Lord?
10 seconds.
Something I would be go over, but I'm not even gonna say it. You want to know why? Because I hold my black sisters up to a pedestal, and I don't care. I'm not gonna say what I want to say because the truth hurts.
Sean, the floor is yours, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
See, I wasn't even done. I gave you. I didn't even say everything. She also was in the. She was the mom in Cinderella with Brandy. She was the highest paid actress, black or white, in the 90s. So yeah, she didn't get it. But last time I checked, she was the first black woman to receive an Oscar for supporting actress in 50 years. Your woman didn't do that. With them against the white people too. Also, she got a Golden Globe. Also, she won the awards because she was on Broadway because she could actually sing, whereas Angela Bassett didn't sing them songs. And she was a deadbeat mom. And she was a deadbeat mom and motherfucking Boys in the Hood. Be for real, brother. Be for real. And she was a predator and how to still get your groove back. She was 40 something taking advantage of a 20-some-year-old.
Not a predator. Lord help us.
Come on, brother. What we doing? Look at the role she had to play. And she didn't win nothing. Nothing. But I gave you an EGOT. This goat shit, bro.
Well, I guess I would kick this one off. I'm riding with the Whoopi Goldberg. That was definitely left field. I don't know. Jazz, what you going?
So I just want to say I feel attacked. I'm gonna go with Whoopi Goldberg, but like every shot you took at Angela felt like a shot at me, and I couldn't even defend her because he was dropping facts. So, Rumi, it's on you.
Facts.
I told y'all this black on black crime. I can't
it's crazy.
7-1, bro. You won.
That's
Where's
why
champagne?
a lot of stuff I want to say, but I'm not gonna say it. It doesn't matter
because she's scared.
No, heck no. I'm not. I don't do that to my black queens, my brother. I don't.
I'm also picking Whoopi
it?
based on the arguments, but Angela Bassett she's an iconic actress, period. I mean,
Very
across
iconic.
all the decades. And
Mhm.
the
Very
90s,
iconic.
she put out quite a few hits. But I'm gonna go with Whoopi.
Who won the awards
because
for the
of the
hits,
argument. The argument was better.
She didn't make more money than Whoopi.
It ain't because let's be honest. That people won't making the money. They still don't be making the money that they are due. I already said that you won for your arguments, but I'm not gonna say that she is because she made more money.
And I will also add the highest paid actress right now is Angela Bassett. So
now it took her 30 years to get there.
Hey. She there.
We legit.
Hey,
it took a little. She a little late. She a little late.
Listen.
She a little late. Whoopi was doing it already. You know what I'm saying?
Them checks coming in.
But 7-1. 7-1. I'm proud of Angela Bassett.
We are in our final round, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the end. We are in the end game of this situation. I appreciate all you guys for coming and kicking it with us, talking about the 90s. It's
all you folks.
So love. I appreciate that.
All you folks. It's women in here.
Folks, they don't count as y'all don't count as folks. Women don't count as folks.
No, you said all you guys. I said you should.
Oh, say folks. Okay, folk. Oh, folk is
be gender neutral, brother.
Yeah, be
my
gender.
God. Oh my God, we're in the 90s. Fuck that. We're not doing it.
You're a misogynist.
We're the 90s. Right. Fuck that. We're not doing it.
He could be a misogynist. That's what he's saying because we're talking about the 90s. Wait a minute.
All right, so Chris and Kendra.
It don't even matter, bro. You won. You won the spades game.
So shit. Okay, so Kendra
won last time.
Kendra won last. Okay, so Chris, you're going to kick this off, brother. Your last round. The most iconic scene in the 90s.
Okay, so let me just ask for clarification. So this episode, I'm going to choose a TV show. The episode came out in the 90s, but the show debuted in 89. But the episode I'm talking about came out in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Does that count, Jazz?
I say that's fair.
I say it's fair because it was made in.
I say that's fair. As long as it happened in the 90s.
Yeah, it happened in the 90s.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think
that's cool.
I know what you're going with.
You know what I'm going? Oh, you know what I'm going with. We're on the same page. Then there's really only one answer, and that's Goku going Super Saiyan. That's the most. Don't really matter what none of y'all say. There's no other moment that's more iconic than that. I mean, I can really stop it right there. But rappers have talked about it. You can see that in other shows. that has really single-handedly why anime has crossed over into the mainstream. So it has a global impact. I mean, you could say Super Saiyan, even people who have not even seen Dragon Ball Z maybe have an idea of what you're talking about. So it's probably the coolest thing that's ever been on TV. Y'all can say whatever, but you'll be wrong. So that's really all I gotta say. So that's the most iconic scene. I mean, Goku is probably maybe the most popular anime character, and that might be the absolute height of his iconicness. I'm making up words right now, but I'm gonna go with that. I know we're just gonna roll with it. So yeah, Goku going Super Saiyan is my pick.
Okay. All
Kendra,
right.
floor is yours,
Okay.
ma'am.
I'm going with a movie from the 90s by one of the best directors working since the 70s. He gave us Jaws, E.T., still giving us like Oscar-winning things, but it's from Jurassic Park when you first see the T-Rex. It has been parodied in things like Toy Story. It's just that level of like the construction of the T-Rex for like the 90s, that could have looked janky today and it still holds up. It's just a perfect scene. And I think it just your love of dinosaurs as a kid, even as an adult, it's just to see that. I think it's cooler than seeing an anime character go whoop, or whatever. Like, cute, but it's not a dinosaur attacking someone in a porta potty. Just Jurassic Park.
Can I get my rebuttal?
It's your floor, sir.
So let me just, this is really for all of y'all. Y'all can just answer to yourselves. Would y'all rather be a T-Rex or a Super Saiyan? Would y'all rather have to eat people, or would you rather drop a spirit bomb? Like any normal person is picking being Goku than being some random T-Rex that ended up getting killed by some white people. So I'm going with, so there's no debate. Jurassic Park's a cool movie, but it's not Dragon Ball Z. And seeing the T-Rex is not seeing Goku go Super Saiyan and whip Frieza's ass. And I was about to say he saved Namek, but he did not save Namek, but he did save the day. Namek got blown up. But Goku going Super Saiyan is easily the greatest moment in pop culture history. So that's my pick.
Okay. I mean, just ignoring that. I mean, you have the Thriller video like debuting on MTV.
Okay, we
but just for that, like, maybe it's the best thing ever to happen in anime, but in pop culture and movies, like the Jurassic Park scene, when you see like a montage of movies, that is always in there. They always put Jurassic Park. I don't know, maybe at the Gamer Awards or the Annies or whatever they do for anime, that's probably in their thing. When Goku died or whatever, memorial. Steven Spielberg dies, bitch. That they're gonna end with that T-Rex. They're gonna end with ET phoning and then the T-Rex coming in because that is the moment. So yeah.
Oh goodness, Romy. We're gonna start with you.
Okay.
Who are you riding with? What argument was the better
one? I'm gonna go with the Jurassic Park.
Y'all are killing me.
Scene. To me, that's just a better scene for me. You know, I went with you first round. I like your argument then, but yeah, no, I'm definitely picking the Jurassic Park scene.
Got you. Okay, so, well, I don't believe in dinosaurs, but
damn, I was gonna tell him.
Nope, I'm telling it. I don't believe in dinosaurs, but I love the Jurassic Park movies. Like I don't know, it's weird. Maybe because I think they're fictional, so that's why. But in this one, I gotta roll with Chris on this. I roll with Chris' argument this go around. Jazz,
I have a question before you move on. You don't believe the fossils that are there? What do you believe they are?
They can put anything out there for you. That science don't science for me. It's fine. It's fine. I don't.
I just wanted to know, what your thought process was. Yeah. All right. Continue.
and it's only like one museum that actually got the fossils inside of them. The rest of them are fake. So like you don't know.
Yeah, we talked about that on the pod.
Well, he also eats rice biscuits. So you're questionable. Your judgment is questionable at all times. So yes, Crystal, I'm attacking the damn rice biscuit. But I digress. Go ahead, Ruby.
I am going to go with Jurassic Park as well. I recently watched it within the past year and it aged very well. So
We
I
watched it
wasn't
together.
asleep.
When we was at my crib, watched it.
Yeah, that's gonna sound crazy. You saying that in front of my
Listen,
work
come on,
husband?
that's-
Like you,
come on, we-
my work husband is
We
right
want it
beside
around.
you.
But Jazz, you just don't fuck with me though. But it's cool though. You just don't fuck with me.
Maybe he ain't hear nothing. Nah, you my nigga.
Well,
I heard
Kendra
it all, bro.
Kendra has swept her side of the bracket, unfortunately.
Man.
For you, Chris.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Crystal. I said Kendra. Sorry. I'm glad everybody right here. So don't mixing up names. I don't mix names.
What's the 8? What's the 8-1? That's crazy. I really apologize to my teammates, bro.
Harvey, Dave, the floor is yours. This one is the best
9-1.
movie soundtrack from the 90s. I believe Harvey starts, right? It's Harvey. So Harvey, the floor is yours.
Don't go outside the box, Harvey, please.
I don't need to. I'm staying directly in the box. We are talking about a decade, the 90s, that came after, in my opinion, the greatest decade for music. But the 90s, when we think about that music, we think of that R&B. And there are two people, in my humble opinion, that carried that decade. R. Kelly had a lot to do with that decade. The other person was a man named Kenny Babyface Edmonds, and he produced and put out arguably the best soundtrack ever, and that is Waiting to Exhale. Let's just clear that up. Period. Every track on that. Do I have the list? I think I have the list here. Waiting to Exhale, 1995. He wrote everything on that with the exception, I think, of 2 songs. A soundtrack that was representative of something that didn't happen a lot, a movie that was led by Black women. With the exception, maybe The Color Purple about 10 years earlier, that is not something that happened a lot. What we got is a movie that was us, and it was all women, and then music that represented the situation. He wrote for everyone. That soundtrack, he included stuff. TLC, he wrote. Boyz II Men, he was writing stuff for. Tony Braxton, he was writing stuff for. Tevin Campbell, excuse me, and Brandy. So I don't think there's even a question. The best soundtrack of that decade is definitely Waiting to Exhale, because Babyface ran that decade, and he's writing stuff for everybody you love. Can We Talk is him. All that stuff is him. It's a wrap.
Dave, it put you in a tough predicament. There's still some soundtracks out there, and it's not about the music. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not about the music. It's about the argument. So what if you can argue? I'm just throwing it out there, brother. The floor is yours whenever you're ready.
One of the most iconic movies that came out in the 90s, stuck the landing with everyone, boys and girls of all ages, men and women today. Space Jam. Why was Space Jam such a good movie? I wonder why. Was it the Looney Tunes? Nah, I think it was a little song known as I Believe I Can Fly. To this day, men, women, children, aunties, uncles, everybody cannot, no matter what Robert Kelly did, you cannot take away I Believe I Can Fly. We want to keep flying, fly like an eagle, still body that song to the point where we forget who actually sang the original song. I still don't know his name. Who sang the original version of Fly Like Eagle? Can you think of it? You can't, because all you hear is Seal. And a world full of people. And I see somebody like comment 3 songs versus an album, right? Let me tell you, many people don't know. Jay-Z, first of all, Jay-Z wrote an ill rap for Bugs Bunny at the end of that album. Honestly, if you want to hear Bugs Bunny drop some bars and you want to hear Jay-Z write as a Looney Tune character, where you going to get that from? Buggin', the final track on the Space Jam soundtrack. All right, so let's keep it going. I got one more, all right? So listen, this album has the hardest posse cut you will never hear anywhere else and haven't heard anywhere else. And if you have, tell me. It is Hit 'Em High, Be Real, Busta Rhymes, Coolio, LL Cool J, and Method Man. Where you getting them on the track at, buddy? Where? Those were the illest rappers at the time. And every bar was hard. It's like the first rap song I knew.
right.
Word for word. But that's all. That's all. We're gonna keep going. But that's all I gotta say. I'm done.
Harvey, you got a rebuttal?
I'm not gonna cry. I should. There's too much. I'm gonna respond. That was cute. You got a few songs. I'm gonna drop you. Exhale, shoot, Whitney. Why does it hurt so bad, Whitney? Sitting up in my room, Brandy. Not gonna cry, Mary J. Blige. It is a wrap. That is the quintessential Black woman's movie. The soundtrack, the acting. It represented all the issues that Black women were going through, based off of a movie made off of a great book, Terry McMillan. We're talking about the soundtrack of a movie that represents everything for all women, for our women. If we have to represent the Black women, that's a nice soundtrack, nice little animated movie. That's cute. But we talking about reality and the soundtrack to reality. And you got to go away and exhale. So that was nice. I like rap. I like, legitimate, real emotion. And
Believe Black women.
Dave.
Black women.
The rebuttal said to try to seal this up. So what you got?
I will cross the ocean for you. I will go and bring you the moon. Come on, like that's on this album. We forget that was on this album. Did we forget?
No.
Did we forget people still sing that song to this day? How many of those songs that you just named from Waiting to Exhale, right, really? Are still sung today? Out of all the songs, how many of them? Not as many as people jumping for the chance to sing I Believe I Can Fly. People jumping for the chance to sing For You I Will, which is also people jumping for the chance to sing what's this other one? Hold on. People still jumping to sing. If you in the house music scene, I'm giving you all that I got. The best part of me. Come on, I sing that. People know it. It's so many songs on this album that again are just untouchable. Just untouchable. They'll never be forgotten.
Time is up. That was about Jazz. You gotta pick. Who you getting?
Blow for blow. That was another good.
Woo.
I ain't gonna hold you. That was good.
Dave saw y'all talking shit. Was like, I'm writing now.
Hey, look. He got his rhythm together. He's like, no, I got it.
Nah, that was good, but I'm gonna have to go with Waiting to Exhale.
Are you picking? You picking because of the argument or the soundtrack? Let me ask you that, Jazz.
Both, and because it was speaking to Black women.
Oh no, fuck that. Dave, I'm rolling with Dave. I don't give a fuck about how Jazz picking these answers. Rumi, what are you doing?
I am also going with Dave because while I enjoy the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack,
exactly.
I mean he hit him. Yeah, I'm rolling with Dave. And he had a very good argument, so I'm gonna roll with Dave on this one.
I thought I had that one locked up. That's not the one I expected.
Listen, when you started and you said it, I was like, "Oh, this is about to be a wrap." But then he pulled out Space Jam. I'm like, "Damn it, I forgot."
Man, I lost to R. Kelly song. I was to R. Kelly song.
And that hurt me. That hurt me to do that.
I thought
I can't stand R. Kelly.
So for me, it would have. I'm sorry. It would have been Waiting to Exhale versus Life, and I would have smoked Harvey Boots with Life soundtrack. Already produced. By who?
Like Tyson, but David
I would have went Boomerang.
Yeah, Boomerang for sure.
Oh, that's a good one too.
All right, so
same guy.
We almost at the end here. DeAndre and Crystal. Crystal, I see you sipping your coffee or whatever. What you got in your cup?
Worry about yourself.
That's
An
crazy.
adult beverage.
That's crazy, bruh. All right, Crystal, floor is yours. The last round is the most tragic death of the 90s.
Okay, now walk with me here. The most tragic death of the 90s was that of Thomas J. Oh, Siri, ain't nobody talking to you. Was that of Thomas J. in My Girl. Now, although
Dang,
his
that was a
death
rough
was
one.
just some bees, the ripple effect it had on the rest of the movie, right there. Picture it. Your name is Veda Soto. And you just get the news that your friend got stung by some bees, and all you think you got to do is tell him to do better. The man is dead. Tragedy. She then goes to the funeral, has a complete breakdown, and I think we know I like quotes by now. And everybody knows what she says. Glasses. And as a fellow glasses person myself, I get it. He might need to see on the other side. And right after the funeral, where does she go? She goes to Mr. Bigley's house and see he got a whole woman. And who the first person she probably thought of? Thomas J. And what was the last conversation they had? Will you think of me whenever Mr. Bigley gets married to somebody else and she said yes? That girl needs trauma. I mean, not trauma, I'm sorry. She needs therapy tomorrow. Okay. Thomas J, he did it. He hurt the community. The whole city felt it. That's all I got to say.
That was Crystal's argument. DeAndre, the floor is yours, my brother.
All right. So since this is Bloodline Rules, all right, I'm basically getting Cody Rose here. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't go with a scene. All you said was Treble Check Death in the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm. You can, I mean, have you want to show you?
I am going to go really, really deep cut here, extreme deep cut, and I'm going to go Robin Harris. I'm going to go Robin Harris. If you don't know who Robin Harris is, he was the father in House Party. Although Robin Harris, what he died in the 90s.
No, it's his fault. As long as he can argue it, it's his argument.
Doing timeouts. Good.
His timeout don't count.
Yeah. All right, cool. So listen, he died in the 90s, right? Howard, though, his stand-ups were fucking hilarious, and he would have been much bigger than he would if he didn't die tragically after, literally like 2 months after House Party. He was in Harlem Nights. He was in Do the Right Thing. He wrote Baby's Kids, one of the best black cartoon movies of all time. Actually, yeah, one of the best cartoon movies of all time. I'm going to go Robin Harris here, and then I want to hear the rebuttal. Oh, also, he said, "I will get you sucker as well." Spread that as well. Go ahead.
Nobody quoted his death.
Crystal, if you don't want to get dirty, I rebuttal for you.
No. I don't
mute that man.
I don't know how to do it's all right.
That's Jason.
Robin Harris, yes, that's his name. He lived a great life. He did great things. But imagine if Thomas J was a real person, he wouldn't have got to live his life. Robin, he did what he needed to do on this earth. And the 11-year-old, I don't know. It's just not fair. That's a more tragic death than a grown man who things he wanted to do and went on the other side. He had his time. Thomas J deserved his.
Cool. So my turn, right? All right. So speaking of that boring ass fucking movie, let's go over here. First of all, after she said, I forgot my glasses. The second one, she went to California and fucked some kid. She got all about Tommy J. That second one.
Wow. She wore the moon ring. She wore the moon ring.
You her, please. You can tell that I got people upset with this one. She went to California and fucked some whole niggas and just forgot.
That's her cousin.
Okay. Excuse me. Thank you. All right. Second thing is, there's a better movie that predicted this as well. Bridget Terabithia did the same thing and was actually better than My Girl.
20 seconds.
Nobody quote.
Okay. And also, technically, this is a rom-com according to Google. This is a boring ass fucking movie. Robin Harris, what he did for Black culture cannot be denied.
Baby's Kids.
Baby's Kids was amazing. House Party was amazing. Do the Right Thing was amazing. I'm gonna get you sucker. He actually co-wrote with it. It was amazing. He did a lot for Black culture. So I'm going to go Robin Harris here.
Time.
The man died in 1990, bro.
The 90s.
I ain't barely made it to the 90s.
There's the 90s.
Barely made it.
It's the 90s.
Barely made it, bro.
It's the 90s. It's 90s. Barely or no, barely or not. He made it.
Mine barely made it. My impact was in the 1990s.
He made it.
Rumi, we're gonna start with you. Who are you picking?
Entertainment,
with
not
the
real
most
life.
No. I was picking Princess Diana.
No, I
so
said who did you just say was going? I couldn't
you.
hear you.
I said Rumi. You.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I couldn't hear you because other
Yeah, I'm
people. I
sorry.
was listening to the commentary. Okay.
Oh shit. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Rest in peace, OJ.
I'm gonna go Thomas J because I cried when Thomas J died. You know, that was tragic for me. And he died trying to get that mother ring. That I'm going Thomas J. I'm not even gonna get into the depths of it, but I'm going Thomas J.
Jazz, whose death was more tragic for you, ma'am? Or whose argument was too much more tragic?
I definitely like Crystal's more with Thomas J. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I don't necessarily have to vote in this situation, but I think the Crystal argument got that one. Within that.
Just because y'all saw it.
So what?
Bloodline rules. That's what I'm saying.
No, because the nigga died in 1990. That's why.
It doesn't fucking matter. He still
That shit
died in the
wouldn't
fucking
impact
90s.
It ain't got nothing to do with
Died
seeing
in
it
the
because
fucking 90s.
I've never
That
seen the
boring ass
movie.
white movie. That movie's boring as shit.
Hey,
That movie's boring as all hell.
I got a quick question. With all due respect, nobody was impacted by dude death, bro.
That's not true.
That's not true.
He wasn't.
Because in the other house parties where he was dead, they sample bag.
And we was kids watching it. You was like, oh, okay,
if he was still alive, he
didn't hurt like losing Michael Jackson.
Much bigger. If he was he's still alive, he'd been much bigger.
If it was a fifth,
I could have did it.
If it was a fifth.
Okay, he's still there though.
You can say the same thing about Bernie Mac.
All right, gentlemen.
Barely.
All right, gentlemen.
Barely.
We are in our final.
Gonna be good too.
Hey, Sean. We are in our final round.
Let me get my broccoli out the oven. Hold on.
This nigga cooking. Hold on. What was it? Tragic death. Thomas J. Versus Robin.
I think that was the last one.
Glasses. He can't see without his
glasses.
That's a boring ass fucking movie.
That's all right, bro. Yeah, that's all right.
Damn it. That's a boring ass movie.
I know we on the same team, dog, but I can't.
All right.
It is a boring ass movie. I feel Bridge of Fairfield is a better movie. A better movie and book.
So we on our last debate of the night. I appreciate y'all for holding out with us. So we got Sean and John, and with this one here, we are doing the best villain of the 90s. And I believe Sean will be starting us off because he started the first round. So, sir, the floor is yours.
Well, I want to say thank you for my teammates because we won this shit. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. We were just out here doing what the fuck we wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? It was hard. It don't matter, nigga. I can go. We won. We won. Anywho, like it was hard because I wanted, you know me. I could have said Frank Mitchell. No, I want to say Otis. You knew how I feel about Otis. But you know what I'm saying? I wanted to go with an iconic figure that is a villain. And it's so iconic that on one person didn't be this villain. Ghostface.
Mm-hmm.
They still making the movies, baby. That villain living forever, baby. That villain turned into a commercial. What's up? They made that villain cool, bro. What are we talking about, bro? That man's a serial killer. Scream is easily probably the best slasher film, if not the best horror film in the 90s. It's legendary, brother. There's no other villain that you can choose, John, that's gonna be bigger than that because the villain was in a Super Bowl commercial. They don't sell their merch. We got merch, brother. They got websites because of this, bro. They still trying to kill Nev Campbell, brother. Sydney still living.
She should have been dead.
Let him finish his argument.
Could have, but she was alive though.
Right.
But anyway, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's so iconic. You can just see the picture of the face and you know what it is. No matter who is underneath that mask. So I'm going with the icon, Ghostface.
I like it. John, the floor is yours, brother. Take us home.
I ain't even gonna hold you. The villain I had picked was for.
Go ahead, choose Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon, no. I'm gonna choose a villain that nobody seen come. But I think between 6 and I think they had like 9 seasons of the show. I'm going with the show. Laura Winslow is my villain.
Yes.
Laura Winslow.
Hold on. Pause the time.
That's tight. That's tight.
You come like me. You coming like me. No, I gotta give him a hand clap. I gotta give him a hand clap for that one.
Laura
I gotta
Winslow
give his props for
my
that one.
villain. Okay.
He coming like me on that one.
How many years did she string along Steve Urkel? She legit had this man clone himself. Clone himself so many times that this man said, you know what? I'm going to clone myself to the point where we are actually separate bodies. And what happened to that clone? He left Laura. And who was there to pick up the piece of steel? Steve Urkel, Mr. Did I ain't do that? Like, bro, they make dolls for this man, merch for this man. This man was on McDonald's commercials, my boy. Like, come on, what they do that at, bro? This man, Urkel, do that. That man had his own dance, bro. Jaleel White legit showed you that nice guys finish last. Laura Winslow is toxic as they come, bro. Toxic. This man was showing her that I can be the man of your dreams. I will love you for the rest of your life. He was the first official simp. Hands down.
Wasn't the first, but I feel you.
She played this man for so many seasons. And then towards like the last season, she decided when my man said he's going to the army. And knowing that he would put himself in harm's way, and now she want to come around and love him. No, bro, she toxic, bro. Scrubs should have been about Laura. Okay?
That's your time. Okay. Sean, you got your rebuttal to try to close this up, sir.
I ain't got to worry about Ghostface because he already iconic. Because the thing about Urkel is, yes, he was iconic. They saw all that merch, but the Urkel shit stopped in the 90s. Ghostface kept going. Lastly, Laura didn't string him along because she never played with bruh until she got fat. And then she like, he's here. Might as well. He was a second pick. She was an afterthought. He was a loser. And matter of fact, he had the finer woman on the show on his ass. She had a better rack. She was smarter than Laura. She looked better than Laura. She had a car. She didn't have no weak ass daddy. And he still was chasing behind some slow. So that's more so not about Laura being the villain. That's just saying he got bad discernment. He got bad dick management. He had to feel the need to go change himself because he wanted to accept himself for who he was, bro. You know how much of a loser you gotta be? No, this is my time. You know how much of a loser you gotta be to keep going around a family that don't want you around?
3, 2, 1.
Let that soak in, man.
Son,
Thank you for making my argument even more better, bro. Thank you. But let's go ahead. Hold on, no. But let's go ahead and go to Ghostface. Let's go to the reason why Ghostface is popular with the wise eye. And it wasn't because of the damn Scream movie. It was because of what? Scary Movie. Brought to you by the Wayans brothers. Black people made it famous even more, bro. I'm sorry to tell you, bro. I'm sorry. Like, hands down, bro. Like, come on, bro. Hands down. That's the reason why Wise Eye was famous. You feel me? And that's the reason why. It wasn't because of the Scream movie. It's because
the Wayans to make him famous.
The Wayans to make him icon. Okay, now off that. Now let's go back to Family Matters. Okay,
20 seconds.
Carl Winslow was a taco, big belly, fat bastard. We understand that. Okay.
Poor. Okay? Don't forget poor.
He was not poor, bro.
And he was chased behind a poor ass girl. That's crazy.
Let me tell you,
he had a rich one.
It was Laura. Laura was so toxic. She kept telling Steve to go home, knowing damn well Steve's parents ain't want him at the house.
That sound like he should have went to CPS.
We ain't never seen that boy parents.
That's
oh, you ain't never thought about that, huh? And Laura
sound like he was chasing love, nigga.
Toxic as hell, bro. Toxic.
Hell.
But he loved her anyway. That shows you that men love harder than women.
Oh Lord, here we go.
And that's the time. That's the time.
That man said, leave me alone 1,000 times and said, all right, yeah, you the one after you scared all the hoes away. All right, come on, bro. He scared off every woman.
You still talking, bro. We done, bro.
We keep going, nigga.
That's the game. Rumi, we gonna start with you for the last round. Sean versus John. Laura Winslow versus Ghostface from your best friend favorite franchise. What you riding with?
I'm going with Laura Winslow. That was a good argument because at the end of the show, she picked Steve. Why you didn't pick all this time, you stinking hoe? I've been sitting here putting all this effort into you, and you gonna wait till at the end? Like, he should have been moved on and stayed gone. But I'm going with Laura.
It was definitely giving Professor Ogilvy and Nikki Parker because he didn't like her at all. The last episode, he fell in love with her.
She a villain because he a loser. That's crazy.
Jazz, what are you riding with here, ma'am?
Yeah, I gotta go with Ghostface. I must hands down. But
we already knew.
Jazz, are you doing this because of the argument or the character?
No, I'm gonna definitely do it for the argument because I look at it this way. Realistically, Steve was a stalker for real. Laura just didn't go the extra mile of putting that restraining order against him. He was also
she had a cop in the house.
Listen, obviously her father didn't protect her like he needed to, because but then again, but hold on,
man had a cop in the house and Eddie got beat up.
Sydney father wasn't protecting her either, because Ghostface kept trying to come after her. But I gotta go with the Ghostface argument.
Sydney should have died a long time ago.
No, she didn't, because ain't nobody talking about Lori, her bum ass. So we ain't gotta do this.
So since I'm the last in this one, man, this has been fun. This has been real. It hasn't been real fun, but it's been fun. I gotta go with the Laura Winslow argument, man. It's not personal. It's not personal. It was the left field. The left field ones, you know what I'm saying? I love Ghostface.
It was fireball.
Sean, I pulled your move, bro. Just go ahead and acknowledge me, my brother.
I gave you your credit, but that's still you lost. Come on, bro. That one, come on, bro. Because he was a loser. He didn't want to move on when the mother told him no. That's rapist vibes, bro.
He did end up moving on. Shit, we talking about her actions and what made her the villain.
Yes, bro. We ain't talking about it,
bro. In order for her to say yes, he was still there to say yes for.
He lived with her.
She still had to be available.
At the time he lived with her, though. You gotta realize that too. I mean, I'm a big
fan. Guess what? He was a genius. Guess what? He was a genius and couldn't make no money.
He asked him to live with him when his parents moved to
He could turn himself to Bruce Lee. He could turn himself to a millionaire.
Just saying.
It's all right, Sean. It's all right, my brother. It's all right.
It's cool, bro. Our team won, fool. It's cool, bro.
Listen, listen. I gotta say this: if I ever gotta have a partner that I gotta debate with, no, hands down, I'm calling Sean. Like, bro, we. I shit you not, bro. I'm the yang to this nigga yang. I can tell.
In these debates, man, I'm 4-2. You know what I'm saying? We won 10-2 or some shit like that. So, I mean,
this guy here, man. But
hey, who the losses came to the credit of, my boy? You my boy, so it's all cool.
That's cool. I take that. Even Kobe lost.
Go ahead.
5-7. So yes. So I do again appreciate everybody that has joined this debate. As far as the best 90s options that we have. I'm gonna let everybody, when we close out, of course, we'll let everybody shout out whatever they have going on, where you going, if you would like to, of course.
Kristen. We done heard about everybody's kids already, so we.
No, this is just you shout, what you got going on, if you want to drop your socials, you can do that in the chat at the bottom. You ain't got to put that up here. You can put that at the bottom in the chat so we can just read that. But Crystal, floor is yours.
Okay, I don't have any kids. This has been fun. What you said, don't shout out the kids. I ain't got none to shout out. This has been fun. I hate I missed the last one, but I'm glad I was able to make this one. I had not here to plug anything yet, you know. Go watch Raising Kaden. I don't know. Temptations Forever. That's it.
DeAndre.
All right, so yeah, this was fun. Crystal, good job. You definitely won the last one because I just threw it into for Black culture, but I got robbed for the first two. I'm just saying that right now. But listen, my name is DeAndre Robinson. Check us on Masturbators and the I Did Not Make These Rankings podcast network, and thank you for having me on.
Kendra.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you can just check out crushgasmpodcast.com and Crushgasm anywhere you listen to podcasts. But thank you for having me. I love debating, obviously. I went to one debate club meeting in high school and I left.
I had to, you know, I put her with you, Chris, because I needed you to be humble because you talk too much shit. Chris, I'm gonna let you go next.
That's crazy. I don't even be talking shit to you like that, dog.
I know. I just want to put somebody with you that I know can whoop your ass.
That's crazy.
So aggressive.
That's crazy. But listen, yeah, this is a fun time. I really don't need humbling, despite what Jason may say. But yeah, if y'all can follow me at Chris LaFleur. Yeah, nice meeting the people who I've been interacting with. So I had a good time with y'all.
Mr. Harvey.
Thank you for having me. This was fun. I'm not going to tell you about my 4 kids who are 20 and 40. No, I'm just kidding. This was good. I love a good debate. So, I might be able to come back and make another visit if asked for. So you let me know.
Sure.
HarveyLaguerre.com is where you can find Men Are the Prize, the podcast every Saturday, different man discussion about men being open, vulnerable, and emotional. That's it. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you, Dave.
Yeah, this was fun. I was nervous, but this was fun. Despite me messing up the names, I do talk movies and everything consistently on YouTube and on Twitch. I'm actually gonna go over and do my pod after this. So follow me on Twitch at Brickwall_live, same as the Twitter. And subscribe to the YouTube channel, Brickwall Reviews. And this is cool.
You got your footing. You got your footing. So next time when we do this, you on your way. You were on your way. Sean, come off mute, my boy. It's okay. It's okay. You acting like The Rock right now. Come on.
I take this shit personal. Man. I'm taking this shit personal. I wanted to beat his ass, bro.
So aggressive.
I wanted to beat his ass.
Obviously, Vegeta, you took your eye off the ball. You took your eye off the ball.
I didn't play my game. I tried to play other folks' game. I didn't expect you to be a sellout.
Oh. You got to be a better loser than this. It's sounding real sour in your spirit.
My team won, but I didn't score 30 like I should have. It's cool.
Yeah, you didn't really contribute that much.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel bad. That's what I'm mad. That's what I'm mad about. I'm mad about that.
Just playing.
I'm mad. I only got one. I got 1 of the 10, man. I feel bad about that. I really do feel bad. Let my team down, bro. It should have been a clean sweep, but
it's all good. We got you.
It's all good. It happens, man. This what happened with teammates. He got up. They got me up. LLBR TV on YouTube. I'm transitioning into TV shows. I'm really just trying to build like a network. So I have different type of shows on there that talks about real things, or it could be comedic. I just want to be entertaining to the guys and to the ladies as well. Roomy. To the junts, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna just keep it to the junts. And it was fun. Thank you for having me on. I'm expecting my contract, coming in soon. So appreciate y'all for the invite. Anytime y'all need me, I'm down.
John.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
That man so Yeah, muted himself.
Okay, sorry.
So,
So
super
the
muted.
YouTube pages, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the wrestling one is Let Me Talk to You. And then the movie review page is Let Me Watch with You on IG, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, J Movie Mania, all one word. Within a month and a half from now, all of you guys gonna see my face on national television. I shot a national commercial like 2 weeks ago, for HUD, and yeah, so I got into acting last July. And now I'm represented by 5 agencies. So now I'm, doing more auditions and getting booked for main roles and stuff like that. So I start acting school in May, and yeah, man, and I'm making moves. Man, God is opening up doors for me. So yeah.
Listen, my boy, congratulations to you. Congratulations,
Thank you.
Rumi.
Hey, uh, the only plug I have is go follow Shea by the Bay. If you're looking for something, sweet for that heat, just hit us up. But this was fun. I had a good time. I wish I was debating on some of these because you know how it gives me such great pleasure to debate people, but it's also good. It's nice to hear other people's arguments, and y'all did a really good job. It was a lot of black on black violence, though. I don't know how much I like that part, but some really good arguments were made. So I appreciate y'all bringing me back.
Jazz.
I should ape before I debate him.
Right, you can't debate over any stuff.
Jazz.
I just want to say, shout out to Jason for setting us all up, getting everybody here. I want to thank everybody for coming together. Like, this was good, y'all. We're hoping to do more of these, so we definitely appreciate all of y'all coming on. It was great.
Yes, man. And again, I appreciate y'all. I've said it multiple times. Sorry if I went over anybody's time. I definitely tried to have it a little more condensed, but it's only the second one. So the more we get into it, the easier it'll flow. So I appreciate y'all. If y'all like to come back, definitely let us know. We definitely have you guys back, whether it's this or just a regular podcast. We're just kicking our regular shit. So again, I appreciate y'all. This was the Was It Good Though podcast 90s panel edition. I am Jason.
I am Jazz, and this was episode 98. 2 away from 100. Yeah, nigga, we gotta let them know, like, we about to hit 100. Like, right.
I feel like in the intro we'll probably put that in there somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna be separate. Like, right? Separate. No, you don't think so?
Do that.
You want to do it?
Thanks, y'all. Cheers.
I'm trying to say how I want this layout to go.
And the thing is, we got Dave.
Hold on,
shit,
hey,
we missing.
Hold on. Hey, Kendra, is that an NWO shirt in the back there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, too sweet. All right. Well, Philly, listen, bro. Philly was fun. Philly was fun.
I knew it was, man. I wish I was there. I wish I went, man.
Bruh, if you was there, you should have hit me up, dog, because you could have been with all those stars and stuff, bro. You should have hit me up.
I'm not fucked up. I bet my mama with her chicken. That's why I wanted to go. I want to be with everybody else. I wanted to eat.
Listen, bro.
You were down there with Jada food.
Yeah, that was some soul food.
You was down there with Jada. That's the only one I care about.
Man, yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it was definitely fun.
She different.
Jason,
she's a star.
She's a star.
She's a star.
I told you, bro. When you make it to Orlando, it's
don't worry. Don't worry. These trips gonna happen now. I'm up now.
Oh, that's what we looking for. Wait now.
Oh shit!
Hey,
yeah. I forgot. I'm coming to Orlando in August. Actually.
In August? All right, bro.
August.
Hold you to it. I need to know when.
I gotta go to Tampa first. Though.
I hit you up.
Work wife. Hey, see my work wife first.
This guy here.
Jason.
This guy here.
Jason.
You came with the belt. You came with the belt.
See this, bro. This ain't plastic, baby.
Cup,
this is real. You got your cup, but you're gonna acknowledge this today.
I got the magic.
Let's believe this. When I got this, I ain't losing. I ain't losing at all. Chris, what's good, baby?
I'm cooling, bro. I'm cooling, man. How you doing, dog?
Notebook, baby.
Notes,
man.
Notes,
nigga.
Notes.
Hey, yo, let's link
notes.
some.
I don't need notes,
nigga.
bro. I don't need no notes,
baby.
I don't need no notes.
prepared, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I don't need notes.
I ain't gonna look at them. I just know I know the history already, but just in case.
Come on, bro.
Because you might say, because you might steal my answer.
I already know what you finna come with. I already know what you finna come with.
You don't, baby. Diversified, baby. You don't know.
Oh, you diversifying them bonds? I got you, my brother.
Yeah,
I got you, brother. I got you.
All right. So, shit, we still gotta wait for Dave because I don't know how it's
I
gonna
say
look.
we go ahead and get started.
You want to go ahead and let it rock?
Because I have a 3-year-old in there, and her patience is not.
All right. All right. So
I also have a 3-year-old, and I hear her screaming, trying to find me. I'm like, oh Lord.
Yeah,
good thing I locked the door.
All right. So main thing I want to let off before we even really get started is, of course,
shit. It's a lot of this for real.
Me, Jazz, and Rumi are the judges, so we're not participating in this. I see Dave. He said he'll be here shortly, so we're waiting on him. So I guess he'll be last with that. So Harvey, by default.
Let me go get my charger. Go ahead and explain the rules.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna, because Dave not here yet. Dave, Harvey, I'm gonna put y'all last in the actual lineup. But I do have a randomizer I was gonna use to pick who's going first. I'm gonna flip a coin to see who's gonna be the first one to debate their topic. When we go into it that way, next time it'll just flip each time, because two of these guys is arguing about who should go first and what the fuck they was gonna do on the backside of this argument. But we're gonna flip a coin and allow the argument to dictate.
I'm just saying, the unofficial host, co-host should. What the rules is, baby? We're home team.
Sean.
Just saying, man. If I don't get discounts, what we doing?
Let me grab a coin real quick because I thought I had it, but I don't. I'll be right back.
Let me go grab my charger. I'll be right back.
You do that.
How everybody doing tonight?
Oh man.
Well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. It was raining earlier down here in Orlando, but it's nice now. So I'm cool. Nice night.
Yeah, it looked like they were about to take all my trees out earlier. I'm in Tampa, well, right outside. And I looked outside, I'm like, what is happening, my little poor trees I just planted?
It's been windy.
Snatched. Yeah, it was very windy.
Yeah, it's been like kind of ridiculous lately.
You can go back down.
Yo, Harvey, I don't think we met before.
Okay. I don't think so either. I'm Harvey. Nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you. My name is Chris, man. Nice to meet you.
Likewise, sir.
Where was you gonna meet him at, Chris?
Oh, you found
I was gonna clarify. So I was gonna clarify, since we're being technical, virtually meet is what I meant. But Harvey, man. You know what I meant.
Yeah. He was being cordial. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
that. Attack him.
That's exactly what I meant. Like, you know what I meant.
Attack him.
Yeah, because you came in attacking Chris for being a nice person.
Yeah, I'm just saying what's up. Talk about how'd y'all meet. Nigga, you know what I mean.
Right.
Jason, fight back. Fight back, Jason.
Don't fight back.
I'm not. We're not doing it.
He knew he was in the wrong.
We're not doing it.
He knew he was in the wrong.
So we're gonna start from the top. We're gonna allow everybody to introduce themselves.
We gotta introduce the show, Jason.
I know. I'm letting them know. I'm letting them know before we get started. Come on, I got it, man.